Hello and welcome to the Inglorious Bards. I'm your Game Master Tom, and we are here with Adventure 24. So glad to have you here. We appreciate you joining us. A quick shout out and thanks to patron Chandra S for helping us out at patreon.com/ingloriousbards. She's been a great supporter of the show for a long time. You can also check out a bunch of bonus content there, from our after shows to bonus episodes. So feel free to check that out, and we appreciate the support. We have been having some great fun adventures with some significant changes the last two episodes, so we are certainly eager to see what happens next. With that in mind, let's get some brief introductions from our characters in the form of a unique question, a question never asked before. And I will start with, let's pick Fiona, our gnomish artificer. Describe one of the most embarrassing moments you've ever had in your life.
Oh, so many. When I was little, littler, I was doing a school project and I was trying to get Papa's help, Pop's help, and I was making a volcano, and it blew up right in my face. And he laughed at me, Mima laughed. I think even I heard a chortle out of vessel. Was not nice.
And then my follow-up question, what does a vessel chortle sound like, specifically?
Damn, why did I ask?
All right, Cole. Cole, same question. And see if you can work the sound into your answer.
In there somewhere.
I want to hear a Goliath chortle. Cole is our Goliath fighter. What's one of your most embarrassing moments in life?
I don't like to talk about embarrassing moments. There was a time when I was, so you may not know, I'm a bit of a fighter. I've got a name for myself out there. And, Coal Duster, if anyone asks, you don't have to bring it up. Anyway, I was down being
Coal Duster?
The Coal Duster.
Sounds like a bad country music guy.
It's not just a bad country music, it's a bad fighter. A badass
It's his
fighter.
alter ego. His gains.
Coal Duster!
It's a stripper name.
Don't get dusted by the coal! So anyway, I'm a fighter, right? And I don't lose often, but I was absolutely once decked completely out. And it was the only time that I invited Vessel to come, pray over me and make sure I was okay. And when I passed out on the friggin' mat, I just pooped everywhere. It was just green slime all across the bottom, and no one would come pick me up. And the only thing that woke me up when I remember was Vessel, the only one in the room. Ow, ow, ow. He just chortling. That's all I got. It's very, very sad.
Chortle keeps changing.
Yes. And from there, the producers of Nickelodeon episodes created a whole new series. All right, let's go over to, how about Valamir? Valamir, what's one of your most embarrassing moments?
Well, first it's just Val these days.
Val.
And crossbow.
Why is that?
And, crossbow to my head, I would have to say maybe trusting the Cabal, who is really the cult of Sher Mordrin, who then later, created the Rift, who brought Mordrin to this plane, would be really embarrassing and upsetting to me. So I would have to say it was that.
Oh, good character moment.
The egg is all over your face.
Let's go over to
You
Vessel.
asked. If you
Vessel,
didn't want the answer.
in your life, what is your most embarrassing moment?
The two times it happened.
What was the other time?
So the chortling, the instinctive chortling is your embarrassing moment. All right, good to know. And Vessel is our Warforged cleric, and by the way, Val is our human wizard, and our last character for today is our halfling bard, Aragus Willoughby.
Oh, you would like an embarrassing tale
I
from
would like
Argus?
to hear, has there ever been an embarrassing moment for our
Nothing of the
Hamlet?
kind, dear boy, although there was a one time I went on a sexcapade with an orc female woman. Let me tell you, I'm no stranger to a green mudslide myself.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Do we mark that?
All right.
A green mudslide. And what exactly is a green mudslide?
Moving on.
It's that thing!
Is there a subreddit for that?
Yes.
Rule 34.
Yes. Tonight, Tim is not available, so the part of Caven will be played by no one. And we will hopefully see Tim next time. All right, I think that is it. Without further ado, let's get a recap of what happened last time from Seth.
hello! Cole, now General Cole, is on a mission. He is bringing all of the heroes back into the fold. He hits up Vessel and Fiona, who are buried deep into a mountain searching for the Silent Army. They cave easily. He finds the Twilight Circus, where Argus, the immortal mime, is taking brutal punishment after brutal punishment. After some hesitation, Argus breaks his vow of silence and is immortal no longer. He is a little more hesitant, but does agree to meet Cole in a few weeks. Valamir is up next in the recruitment montage. He makes things hard for Cole. He does not exactly agree, but he does not say no either. Cole finds his brother Caven in the hills of Thave in a cave. Caven looks like shit, and something is definitely off with him. The brothers get grumpy at each other, and it ends with Cole threatening his brother that if he does not show up to meet the rest of the group, that he will come back and splatter this cave with his blood. Sometime later in the city of... this is not the right city I have written down. Atharay, at the Old King Tavern, the heroes congregate. Cole has been a part of the rebellion for the last 2 years. He wants them all to further the efforts of the rebellion against Shermordran and the Legion. Specifically, he has some information on a smuggler working for the Legion that he wants to hit, for both supplies and information. Around this table, there is a lot of self-doubt. Everyone is bummed about fucking the world up, some more than others. There are some relationships at this table that might be ruined beyond repair. But Cole rallies them all together, and they go after Gullik the smuggler. They ambush and slay his companions, and have this piece of crap cornered. And that, my friends and foes, is where the adventure begins.
Our heroes have cornered and battled Gullik, a human who works for the Legion as some sort of contact or agent for them. You have cornered him in a mountain valley with a bridge, tall trees, and eliminated his retinue of hired mercenaries, as well as 2 of the Legion themselves. Humanoid, bug-like type creatures. I liken them to the Chitauri from the Avengers style of enemies. You've slayed those 2 beasts as well, with his defenses eliminated with expensive-looking wagons, some nervous-looking horses, and a camp laid out in this mountain valley. The lot of you have him completely surrounded. Gullik is his name. He is dressed in fine clothes with a frilled collar, lavender shirt, shiny boots. Definitely been living the glamping lifestyle here with cushions and pillows and a canopy laid out. This overly gorgeous, expensive camp type experience for him. Now surrounded by bloodied bodies, and he's in a semicircle of heroes with bloodied weapons. You have him totally cornered. He's got a chubby face, he's got blonde curlyish hair, and a panicked look in his eyes. And he is on the ground, sitting on his butt with you all leaning over him. He holds up his hands and says, hey, take it easy, take it easy. You can take whatever you want.
Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to take everything. And we're taking you back to Navarre.
Back to Navarre.
Yes. There's someone who's very interested in speaking with you. And then killing you.
You don't need to kill me. There's some valuables in the wagon there, and they're all yours. I'll just go on my way.
Let me ask you something real quick. Your name, who are you?
And he straightens his collar, still sitting in the dirt. I am called Gullik. And you, my friend.
I punch him in the face. That's the name I wanted to hear. Gullik, you are working for and with, if I'm correct, the Legion of Sher Mordrin. And I pick up one of the corpses that just like by the horn and just hold it up to him.
I'm a working man employed by... You've broke my nose.
You're lucky. Answer my question.
The times are tough, right? Everyone has to get by,
Yeah.
and I get by
And how do you get by?
by helping people work with the Legion.
I punch him again. You're giving me all the right answers, Gullik. This is what I want to hear.
My eye! You broke my eye!
We want to ask you about how you got into business, how you're staying in business, and who has been killed because of your business. But I'm not going to have to do it all right here. So you can take a breath. This is Val. Val doesn't like your kind. He's going to watch you very closely.
Hello.
Shut up.
Cole then turns and goes to inspect the goods.
Cole goes where? I'm sorry.
Where?
Just goes out to inspect the wagons he was showing about. So all the caravan and the items that were
Yeah,
there.
Argus will follow.
Go with him? All right.
And I guess Valamir's just staring down Gullik. He's on guard.
Do you know what I've been through? And you're the first person I can dig about.
Exactly.
I see that you bleed.
Motherfucker.
I'm thinking you start taping him up and hope Steve Buscemi doesn't shoot you as you cut off his ear. Caven, the Goliath paladin, seems rather forlorn, and he walks over to the wagon as well and seems to have his head down, lost in thought or thinking or confused. You're not quite sure how to read your brother Cole. He walks around to the other side of the nice coach that Gullik rides in. You lift up the back flap area. It's covered and start looking in. It's like a covered wagon type thing, but more square. And you flip it up and you see some stuff. You lean off to the left side to call to Caven to come take a look, and he is gone.
Like he walked around, and then I looked through, and he's vanished.
Vanished entirely.
Well, not unexpected.
What do you mean? You expected him to disappear?
He's done it before.
When?
Well, the last 3 times. I tried to get him to help me and bring things down, and he does some parts of it sometimes, and then he...
You've tried to get him to help you in the last 2 years?
Yes.
3 times?
As many times as I could. He's only agreed 3 times. Why are you asking questions?
Because that's my thing.
Just look in the wagon, please.
Yeah, sure.
Please.
Well, I have more questions for you later, though. You can allot them out. How many do I get to ask per hour?
That's...
How many question slots does he get?
The QPH.
Can you limit yourself to 5?
Per hour?
Yeah.
Sure. That's way more than I thought. So yeah, Fiona will climb up into the wagon and start looking around.
Okay. You see there are some traveling supplies and that kind of stuff, but the parts of interest beyond the mundane, you find an ornate leather bag, non-magical, but worth quite a few gold. Another thing of value would be a fancy woman's nightgown. You have no idea what that's doing here, worth a little bit of coin.
Give that back.
Oh my god.
Not magical. And you see...
It is now.
Very magical.
There is a scroll case, a sealed scroll case. There is a hat, non-magical, but described by me as a magnificent hat, worth quite a bit of coin. There is a valuable silver dinner bell, not magical, and another non-magical fine marble figurine, possibly the most expensive of them all. Of loot that you can take, and clearly Gullik has acquired as well. Oh, and then there's a small lockbox that is locked.
Can I inspect the figurine? Like, what's it a figurine of?
It is a figurine of two seals back to back, facing away from each other, with kind of mouths open.
Like water mammal seals?
Yes.
Okay.
Easter seals.
There's so many different seals out there. There's 7 of them that are really bad if they break. So, had to make sure I'm looking at the right
No,
ones.
reptilian aviary seals.
What are we gonna do with all this stuff, Cole? Or is this for like the cause?
Cause. I like how you say that with air quotes.
I didn't say with air quotes.
You did in your voice. It was
No.
voiced air quotes.
What are you talking about?
You put a capital T and a
You're putting
capital C
words
in
in
front
my
of the
mouth.
cause. It's not the cause, it's a resistance.
Sorry, I didn't know the verbiage.
Well, you italicized resistance, so I'm just saying.
Yes, Cole, I am curious what sort of ordeal you had us agree to in meeting you all this way. You've so far beaten this man to death, yes, although you claim he is a criminal. I see nothing more than a man trying to make a living wage. Explain yourself.
Cole reaches behind himself, picks up the same horn of the Legion, and holds it in front of Aragus. You want to
Yes.
hold this?
These are troubling times, and I see this man trying to make a deal with the struggle put in front of him just as well as the rest of us.
You haven't made deals with these guys.
No, but it seems he's made, as far as we've seen yet, less of a deal and more of a way to make a living.
Gullik, that you're looking at right here, is not someone who's trying to get by and succeeding. This is someone who's selling out his fellow humans, his fellow Varenians, to get slaughtered. He is taking them to be eaten and killed and destroyed. And he is able to do so by Sher Mordrin's hand. And I want to know, why him? He is a fat blonde turd. There's no reason that he should stay alive unless there's something else. We're going to find out, and we're going to stop him from doing this again. There's probably more, but this is the one I know about. And it's a lead that I haven't had in a very long time. And frankly, this was easier than it could have been. And that's thanks to you. And to you, and to you, and to you. Well done. Get in.
Well, you said we're taking him
You
back.
get one more, by the way.
Oh, wait!
Friggin-
I'm asking you questions.
I'm sorry, mine count towards your points. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you.
Per hour.
It's a pool of questions.
She asked, was that really 2 questions?
It's a question pool.
You told that, what'd you call him, a fat blonde turd that we're taking him back to Navarre?
Yes.
Shut up.
Where at in Navarre? I have
Does
people.
Cole know? Does Cole have a sense of where he's going to take him? Is he going all the way to Mirskan?
You don't even know.
No. Tabernary, the town of Tabernary would have a suitable force there.
That was my hope. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to Tabernary.
No, I will say even in between there is a military presence on the road. You could drop them off at too.
Daventry's too far. I'm going to take him to the military base instead. They can handle him from there.
Oh, okay.
We'll
I
have
have
to deal with
people in Navarre that I haven't seen in a long time. That's why I was curious.
Are they at the military base?
Doubtful.
Then you're probably still not going to see them.
Okay. Just curious. Just asking questions. Do you want me to open this lockbox?
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
That's 5 questions.
I got 50 minutes to prepare 5 more.
She's asking top and the bottom of the hour too. So,
Oh, yeah. Fiona will attempt to open the lockbox.
All right, it is a difficulty 14. It'll be dexterity or intelligence with your proficiency doubled
Yeah.
because of your new ability with tools.
15.
Oh, all right.
Nice.
With some struggle and some huffing and puffing, there's finally a click, and you flip open this little toolbox-looking thing of a lockbox. And inside, you see a pouch filled with 140 gold coins, a note with a strange drawing on it, and a magical little circlet, clearly magical, that would go around the head like a headband.
Whew.
Fiona, could you pass me that hat, please?
Yeah. You get
Flying out.
the magnificent hat.
And,
It's all yours.
and Aragus, how does that look? This, because it is magnificent.
Oh,
Like
well,
the coolest looking hat you can
gosh, let's go to Argus's character art here.
Got
buy.
pictures.
You got it?
Yeah.
Well, again, you should ask Cole if this is ours to loot, or is it for the cause?
Who said that?
Well, Cole, are these the spoils of war, or are these his rightful property? Or shall we return each individual item to the proper person?
Oh, he's not getting any of this back.
No,
And where he's
obviously.
going, he's not going to need it or use it. So yes, enjoy your floppy hat.
That's magnificent. And you'll
Uh,
do well to remember it.
what about this? And Fiona will look at the note that has a weird drawing on it.
The note. The note shows a stretched out geometric shape. It looks like an 8-sided die that has been pulled at its points and looks dark metal. And it has the word Fortech, Foretech, on the bottom, and in different handwriting scrawled to the side, "What is this thing?" Fortech, what is this thing? A picture of an 8-sided die stretched out.
Fortech?
visualize that.
Foretech.
Cole, seeing the notes, gets very excited. Like, keep that safe.
Well, do you want to keep it?
I will hang on to it, yes. To keep it safe.
He eats it.
Do you know what this means? Oh, that's another question, but I feel like it wasn't one of my questions, but like a question for the
If
better
you were to
good.
know what it means, you should tell us.
This is part of what we've been looking for. And no, I don't know
I
exactly.
still
what it
haven't
means yet.
found what I'm looking for.
You do?
So are we're on the move? We are on the move. Let's go.
It's reverse Jeopardy.
Retracting a question.
Damn, it is hard.
Should we go? We are going.
After we exit the wagon, Aragus goes over to one of the weird energy spear-like weapons, the shock lock thing.
Energy lances.
Energy lance, thank you.
Mhm.
He kind of goes, he'd like Fiona to come with him and kind of, Fiona, these devices are awfully wonderful pieces of machinery. Perhaps you could take one and work on it for a while and see what you could make of it and add it to your itinerary.
Maybe. Yeah. I'll take one.
Itinerary or arsenal. Sorry.
Yes.
Itinerary.
All right, you grab one of them. It is a hexagon-shaped staff-looking thing made of a smooth metal that comes to 3-point, almost like little claw type thing, and it has been blasting energy out at you guys at range, and somehow is able to be configured to also have a more static, shocking-looking thing for a melee weapon as well. Is what you fought against with these legions, and you have one in your possession now.
Okay. I will look at that later.
Okay.
I will also look at the circlet later on the road or whatever when we have
How
some time.
about there's a scroll case?
What?
Maybe somewhere in there.
Oh, sure. Here you go.
Valamir will check out the scroll case since it's been so kindly handed to him
All
by,
right.
spontaneously.
nightgown?
Hmm?
You don't need a new nightgown, perhaps?
Well, I mean, I'm not saying I'm not wearing it.
All right, you grab the scroll case, and as you crack it open, Gullik speaks,
Uh-huh.
since you are now occupied elsewhere and not threatening him physically. And he says, well, now that we have come to the arrangement... You
Shut up!
A mirror image walks by.
Slap!
Justin.
He gets quiet again. You crack open the scroll case. You see inside of it is not a scroll, but a note. It is a note that reads... We have the resistance leader locked up in Sunfield. Head there immediately. We Legion are too rough on man flesh. Use your abilities to extract all information about the resistance from him, then make a public example of him to those who might follow his footsteps.
Does Valamir know where Sunfield is?
Yeah, how well known are most of, like, a lot of these?
Aragus. No, you do not. Aragus knows where that's at.
Ooh, Aragus knows. I'll take it. Do you want me to roll for it or what?
No, you know where it's at.
Did you
Where
say
is it on the-
Sunfield?
I did.
Where is it close?
Yeah,
or-
it's not that far. It's a very, very small town. Not even worth it.
Well, that's good news. It's not that far. It's just over the hill there.
Perhaps we should free this individual
Yeah.
as the
The-
resistance.
I say we let him go.
Shut up!
Was that Caven?
The resistance leader sounds like an important person.
What did you just say?
Look at this note.
There's apparently
I would have asked you directly, but
resistance
now-
leader in Sunfield
I've hit my quota for the day.
that they are intending to question and then make a public example of. And it is apparently, as I understand, not far from here.
It's not. I'm glad to hear the intelligence was good. Cole pulls his axe off of his shoulders in the harness and just starts walking over to Gullik.
Okay.
the-
Wait now. Hey, easy.
Shut up!
You're all done. Congratulations. We got exactly what we needed. And you are exactly who I thought you would be. You don't have to worry about serving the Legion any longer or anyone else ever again. This is where you die.
Well, hold on.
Go ahead. These are your last words.
And he scampers away as fast as he can at 20-foot movement rate. And he runs down, and he runs across towards the bridge.
Two hands, just double overthrow the great axe.
Okay. You strike him and kill him. There's a splattering sound. He stops in horror of what have just happened, and then he topples off the bridge down into the river below with your axe.
God dang it.
The last laugh. Well, that was well thought out.
we'll go down and get your axe.
I'm going to get it. And I just march forward, grumbling the whole way.
Are you going to come back with answers?
Keep walking
How many
away.
questions is that?
Good thing he wrote all that information
Come back
down,
with
I'd
answers.
say.
Cole, you belay some rope and start hiking down into this ravine, and off you go. It's a little treacherous. Make an athletics roll for me, please.
Sure. I'm going to add my athletics to 9, which is
I actually have a question.
16.
Okay, you've made your way down to slightly faster flowing rapids. Looking for the body now.
Gullik and his crew of people, how were they traveling?
By horse and cart and coach.
Condition of those objects?
Immaculate.
Yeah, we're taking the horse and wagon. Thanks very much.
How are we gonna haul all this shit if we don't?
Right?
Horse and wagon in tow.
Cole,
Catch up when you're ready.
make an investigation roll, please. You're searching and wading around, trying not to get swept away by the water. You can't quite see the body anywhere.
Dude, I don't want to lose this axe again. 17.
17. You're able to see blood, slightly red-colored water, and it's fading quickly. You start heading over that way, but there are some whitewater rapids over in that area, and water rushes fast. Make another athletics roll.
Okay.
15 is your target number.
Real life
Jeez.
leaking into your campaign.
I rolled a 3, bringing me up to a
Shoehorning its
10.
way in.
Since it was just a 3, I'm going to use my hero point
Okay.
and re-roll that one. That's much better. Yeah, 25.
25. You are able to maintain your balance and hold on to a wet rock, and you're waist deep and start pushing. We will spend the next 2.5 hours on this, by the way. Making your way through this rapids. Up above are your friends, and you hear them trying to figure out something with wagons. And you continue, and then you see the body, but it's getting pushed and wedged over to another area, and you make your way, and then you have to start to swim over there, and you finally make your way to the body and make another investigation roll, please.
Yeah, okay. Not as great. That's 12.
With a 12, you start searching. You grab the body. It's awkward. And then the body starts to move as Gullik fights back and starts to swim away. And you realize, no, he's quite dead. Something is grabbing him and feeding on a leg and pulling him out of your arms. He slips out, and you see him floating and jerking in the water. And he's 5 feet away and 8 feet away as something is feeding on him.
Are we all just standing on a bridge watching
Yeah,
this?
slowly shuffling over to stay above him at all times. Go! Eating popcorn.
I'm gonna let the body go and the axe go with it.
All right.
Whoa.
Every time.
How many weapons does this guy lose in a campaign?
Cracks open the 6-pack of another
Yeah.
battle axe.
He's allowed 5 per hour.
Cole returns quite sopping wet and is axeless. Does Fiona have a question for him?
No questions. Do you want to use this?
That's a
And-
question.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. Here, I use this for the time being, and puts the energy lance into your hand.
Oh, thanks. And I hand it back. I show my sword. I put the sword back in the sheath.
You don't want to. You
And I get on a horse.
It'd be cool to fight
use
them
this.
with
You
their
should
own-
use this. Test it out.
Excuse me.
Fine.
Their technology is more advanced than ours. We should use it against them.
It could be like a secondary weapon. You don't have to primary, secondary. You can LB that shit. You don't-
Okay.
It doesn't have to be our trigger.
Yep. Nope. Great advice. Let's try the thing that kills all the other people.
He was so excited and commanding. Now he's like a sad kid at like a
I really like that axe.
A bit of constructive criticism.
like an arcade who lost half his tickets or something. All right. What are you guys doing?
We have no more reason to head back to Navarre or the military base. If you'll join me, I could use your help going to Sunfield and helping free our leader.
It seems only appropriate.
We're one man shorter than we were getting into this, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
And all of you who haven't recognized it yet realize that Caven is mysteriously gone.
Where is your brother?
That is a question that I can barely answer. I'll tell you that when I see him again, it will probably be in a cave in Thave. That's where he always goes.
A what?
You only get one question an hour. That's right.
Caven is in a cave in Thave.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Caving in a cave in Thave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Caven in a cave in Thave. Sorry.
Would
You write that
one
down.
say we have to save Haven in a cave and Thave?
We have
That's
to
another question.
save Caven in Thave.
Formerly a name.
Cave. At a rave.
He's so brave.
We have to be brave, yes.
This is the song that happens as we go. Everyone's a cave in Thave, a
This is how
cave in
we
Thave.
march to this.
Argus is like, I'm copywriting this now. You guys have some.
We
extra,
just killed a slaver. Sorry.
you have extra horses, and you have a nice covered coach, if that is what you would like to.
Yes. Is there like a design or anything on the side, kind of like there was with the cavalcade?
There is. It has an official symbol of the queen.
Okay, great.
There were other animals available. Horses,
Yes.
are those obtainable or did they scatter?
No,
to them?
they are
So
totally
pulling
there.
the wagon, right?
No. Oh, I thought they were riding to the
Yeah,
side
there,
as well.
no, they were riding.
great
They were
axe
riding
off.
horses.
Okay.
We got some
Yes,
heavier
that
people on the
sounds-
wagon. We should probably have them tied up to it.
What?
We should probably get the horses in the front of the wagon since we have two giants sitting
There's
in the wagon.
more than we just need 2 horses to pull the wagon. It's like
And no giants, one Goliath. I'll ride a horse.
For Argus, 3 of you are giant people.
Let's talk relativity.
Argus is driving the wagon, by the way,
All right.
unless
Argus.
there are objections.
Smartly dressed.
Yes, smartly dressed, tiny little man. Go.
The magnificent hat.
Yes. Tiny man in a magnificent hat.
And I still don't know what that looks like.
Oh, it's kind of I don't know what the name of the hat is. Not like a pompadour. Here you go.
There has to be at least one feather.
There it is.
Is that magnificent enough?
There you go.
All right.
It is
So
feathered.
it's how would you describe it? Like a puffy beret?
Yes, it's like
it's a cheerful description.
it's like a
magnificent,
it's like it's like one of those like sailor cap kind of things, but it's a normal size one, so it's giant on Ericus's head, and he has a feather sticking out of the top of it.
All right.
It's for the audience at home. There's Ericus's character art.
Okay.
We can all see.
All right. You guys are then heading to the town of Sunfield?
Yeah.
All right. You're heading directly there. Knowing that the kingdom is filled with all sorts of trouble with the Legion, you head towards a small town just about a day and a half coach ride away.
Which direction?
It is north by northeast.
Okay.
So you guys are, I don't have a pen, but you're.
We have a laser.
Means we get a rest in there.
You sure can.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Sure can.
If we are resting, then I want to take like that magical circlet. We'll try to identify.
All right, I'm going to say you identify that, and it is a magical item called a Circlet of Blasting. While wearing this, that's got a good smug little look on his face.
Pretty on Val.
While wearing this, anyone can use it. It's usable once per day, and it will cast the level 2 spell Scorching Ray for free once per day.
Wow.
Scorching Ray fires 3 rays with +5 to attack for 1 action. 3 rays, 120-foot range, and each can go to different targets, and they do 2d6 fire damage when they hit.
I already have this
Wow.
spell. You can use it.
I mean, I don't know.
How are you gonna wear your puffy hat?
I don't have
It
one.
goes on the puppy hat.
I'll have a cannon.
It's what
and
makes it so
switch wheels.
magnificent.
Like-
I don't.
Fiona would use it, but she already doesn't like go through her spells.
I have
Yeah.
0
Some
attack
of the
spells.
other
If that
people.
helps. in
Yeah,
this
I
decision.
mean, I think logistically, I think Aragus would be a good.
And if the hat
candidate
isn't
for it.
magical and it doesn't have anything,
because it
then
would give him an actual attack
Yeah.
spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get after it.
It's fun loot, but it doesn't give me anything. I like the loot that gives me something.
I mean, that gives you quite a bit.
No, I'm saying the hat.
Oh,
Okay.
I mean, it's magnificent.
Just the hat is great. I would love just the hat.
It's not
great.
just
This.
magnificent. It's magnificent to like 30 feet.
Is it plus? Is it plus 3 magnificent?
Area effect
Plus
magnificent.
3 to magnificent.
Make charisma saves or be charmed or make a comment about it. Forced comment.
Yeah, if I bring a hat and I do some flips with it, do I get a plus 1
Yes,
to
that's
my
what you do.
deceptions?
So you have now, Aragus, a circlet of blasting. It casts Scorching Ray with +5, and essentially it's 120 foot, one action, +5, 2d6 fire times 3.
It's like a portable Valamir.
2d6 fire plus 3.
No,
It's like a
Times-
discount value.
It's like 3 different rays.
Oh,
3
three,
different
okay.
rays.
it's a ray of +5 to hit
you.
with 2d6, and there's 3 of them with 1 action.
Thank you. Once per day.
Great.
Thank you.
You guys are taking the cart through this narrow mountain pass area, and sometimes it opens up to a huge cliff. There's another big ravine, a cold, icy river running through it. It's like 100 feet down. Cole, you think you see like an axe little meaty thing float by for a brief second. You're not sure.
Several times. There it is now. See it.
It's gonna haunt you.
And Aragus, you were leading the coach.
Yes.
Right. I need you to make a survival roll 13, please.
Okay.
This is your Teamster roll.
All right.
Will we expect any trouble on this ride?
All right, Aragus, we'll use a hero point.
The horses are skittish. He doesn't know what he's doing.
And you can't
They get
roll.
precariously close to the edge.
As we know, you
Are you
can't
sure no
roll
one is
lower than
following
a
us?
2. Ooh, but you can roll that. That's an 8 total.
The horses go skittish. Aragus is
Yeah.
doing that. What is it called? Where like you're a motorcycle or car and it's fixation on whatever the issue is. You end up hitting what you're trying to
Yeah.
avoid. And that he sees the edge, but he keeps guiding the
yeah.
horses closer and closer to the edge. And then the horses go over the edge, unable to control them and actually intimidate. And the horses are trying to freak out and they lose a footing and one goes off. Then another starts to go off and then the whole coach is going off. Who
What
else
does
was?
what does Featherfall do
Yeah.
for a horse?
I was just going to ask.
It's up to 5 creatures, I think.
It could possibly work.
Yeah, Aragus immediately casts like Featherfall as they're running off, hoping they'll just continue to run
All right.
slowly down, gracefully down the hill. He's just Featherfall.
You cast.
Does it work on the carriage?
That's what I'm hoping.
All right, you cast Featherfall, and the horses do not immediately plummet to their death, but they do go down the steep slide, and they're pulling the coach. So now you are gently going down a 50-foot degree, or 50 angled cliff,
Okay.
heading down.
Steep. I don't want to follow that. That's man from Snowy River steep.
How far are they going? How far down? How far down is
about
the?
125 feet.
Okay, unless for about a minute, so we should be able to make it. He'll just on Channing, on Tatum, on Christian, on Bale.
Damn it.
And the most bizarre, scary action sequence that's very chill just happens as he slowly goes down, is able to gently guide things. It just
On Terry, on Tom, come on, Cruz, you can't fail. Go.
and it keeps just gently going down. And after a long time, you finally reach the bottom, which ends as you get closer and closer to an icy cold ravine of water that is racing by. The horses are more and more skittish, and they're trying not to go forward, but gravity is slowly
Can I like
bringing
aim
them down.
the
It's a huge ravine that you are heading towards.
any help at all from
out.
anyone would be great at any time. I'm not the only one in the scene.
They're
That would-
120 feet away from us now.
You're on the wagon, I thought.
Nope. They were on different horses and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the whole thing was we were sitting in the wagon.
No, just you.
Just you, man.
Why? Okay, well, never mind. I completely lost track of the scene then because I thought you were in the wagon while I was driving it.
No,
He
we're
seems
yelling at you to
content.
get out of the wagon.
Yeah, no, that's not what I had.
Get away from the water.
I'm on the wagon above the water right now.
The horses are now going head first into the water slowly, unable to control themselves in horror as they are about to start to drown.
Aragus will, I guess, use his once per day Misty Step and go 30 feet back onto the ledge if he can make it.
You're way too far down. You misty step up and now get wedged up on a tree and are safe on
Cool.
an angled tree.
Angles his horse down the ravine.
Oh my
He doesn't know what's in there, and he starts chasing after Aragus.
You're racing your horse down this steep thing.
Yeah.
Make. Do we have an animal?
Hold on,
I
hold
thought-
on,
don't roll
hold
anything
on,
yet.
hold
I
on.
didn't think I was by myself for that whole scene.
Well,
That's all right. There, mistakes can be made.
As you, right before you go down, I'm going to cast Levitate on you.
So I jump the horse, and the horse drops under
No.
me. Ah! Again.
So you can remain suspended there for. Wait, hold on.
Just Daffy Duck.
while he's doing that, is the cliff
Never mind. I'm not going to do that.
too steep to like slide down for Valimir?
You can slide down. It's a little risky.
Valimir will do that
Okay.
with the intention to get into contact with one of the horses and cast fly on it.
All right. So, Aragus, you are now wedged clinging to this tree, thinking all your friends are drowning, possibly, and then looking back and seeing, no, they are not. And then you see Cole going, I'm jumping. No, hold on, I'll cast. No, wait, okay, hold. And then Valimir, not casting a spell or anything, but sliding uncomfortably down, leaving big grass and dirt trails behind him. Make a dexterity save, Valimir.
21.
21. You're
Nice.
able to avoid any impacts of boulders and rocks. You go sliding right past Aragus. I guess gives you a high five as you go by.
No, he
I don't
doesn't.
think we're quite high five ready yet.
Okay.
If we're being honest.
You slide back and you come and your feet connect with the coach.
Uh-huh.
And the coach maybe has a third of it still sticking out of the icy cold water.
And Valimir
The
basically
horses are completely underneath.
falls forward over the coach
Okay.
and gets into its touch. So he has to touch the horse, and then he'll cast fly upon this horse.
All right.
It says one willing creature. I assume at this stage it would be willing. And we'll attempt to...
I'd rather drown.
All right, you dive further into the water. It is cold. Make a quick athletics roll. Just a 10 is totally fine.
How about a dirty 1? Back.
The horse whispers back, join me.
I'm going to use a hero point and use a different die.
Straps,
not going to come back to haunt you. at all.
straps and
Thanks,
reins are
Charlie.
clutching at your ankles.
Can't roll worse than a 2, as we like to say here. 13.
13. You are able to not get pulled away by the icy water. Some strange metal axe-like shape goes flying by.
Can I grab it?
Can't quite grab it. But you are able to touch the haunch of a panicking horse, and you cast fly upon it. Is that
I do.
correct?
That is correct.
And then there is a bolt, and there's motion. And you're grabbing onto reins under the water. You're trying to get your head up to catch a breath as more water hits you in the face. And then a panicky horse starts running in flight away from the water, but barely only getting half out because it doesn't know what flying really means. And it is both awkward, odd, and terrifying as it is slightly pulling this wagon with Valimir holding on. The wagon is bent and hanging in the water, and the other horse has already drowned and is hanging off
Oh,
of it.
well, I was going to
And
say,
it
because I
can't-
have another fly spell.
and
I
it
can
can't
cast out.
quite lift up all of that weight, and it's just panickingly going across the ravine, dragging Valimir further out into the water.
Get out of the water!
So Valimir
I told you we were going to spend 2.5 hours in this ravine.
pulls the dagger,
Mm-hmm.
cuts the straps, or if a firebolt would be quicker,
The dagger will be perfect.
and we'll cut the straps to the from the horse so that it can be free of the wagon.
Okay.
I assume we've taken most of the valuables off the wagon at this
No.
stage.
No. That was why
The only
that's why we
thing-
did the wagon.
Circlet went to someone, and that
The
was it.
lockbox is the only thing that Fiona would have taken.
But the horse. Okay, so the horse is dragging everything, and it's fine so far. Is that correct?
There are two horses. One
Yeah,
is drowned.
one of the-
one
one
is
of the-
flying,
Mhm.
but it is flying by just panicking running, and it has now pulled you and the wagon, which is now in the water, halfway out into the ravine, and is being pushed by the water a little bit as well. and it's making horrible, terrified noises.
Valimir would ultimately like to wait a little bit to get the wagon to someplace where it's not going to just roll down the river.
All right, make an animal handling roll. All you need is a 20.
No. 13.
Okay, you try and guide, you try and pull on reins, but you're still in the water yourself, and it is cold as hell.
I cut the ropes.
And to the horse.
Yeah.
All right.
And let it free.
You can absolutely do that, and that'll be really great for the horse. That will dump the wagon and you into the middle of the ravine.
Correct.
Okay. You see then Valimir cutting and cutting and cutting, and then the horse is cut loose. It gets just out of the water a bit, running across. Doesn't quite fly, but it starts heading towards the trees and is much safer. For everyone worried about the horse, it is safe.
Oh,
However,
The other thing Valimir is going
however,
to do.
the wagon then splashes now deep in and gets pulled down under with you on it. And you, the drowned horse, and the coach are now under the water and being pushed, and it's rolling.
That's fine. Because Valimir has a ritual spell called water breathing, but because he is a member of the scholars, he is able to cast once per long rest a ritual spell in his spell book at the normal action instead of at a ritual, even though it is not a prepared spell.
It's going to be
so
the cold.
even
that
though he's been
gets you, not
studying
the
at home,
water.
he's still paying
That's
up on his
okay.
dues. He doesn't have like a pile of envelopes like, we've
Right.
been trying to reach you.
Yeah.
You're still a member.
So he will cast water breathing upon himself.
Okay. You cast water breathing upon yourself, and you are feeling very, very cold and frigid in the water and are buffeted, but you're able to hold on to this reins, wooden sections of the coach. You hear crunching noises. The whole coach is rolling over. You hear creaking noises, but you are able to breathe as you're being taken down this stream.
Oh my god.
Is Valimir able to collect any of the things that are in this coach?
Sure, you absolutely can.
All right, I will be collecting those.
All right, you're going to need to make a roll.
Yeah, of course I will.
Make
wouldn't I?
a athletics or
How about or?
athletics or sleight of hand, and you only need a 20.
Okay, sleight of hand's actually better. And that will not be a 20, though. It'll be a 14.
All right, you can grab just one of the items. The others slip through your hands, or you can't quite grab them as the coach is disintegrating around you.
Okay.
Which would you like to grab?
What are the remaining things in this coach?
Something that is small and hard, something that is roundish and metal, something that is gossamer, something that is skin-like, and that's it.
Round and metal.
Okay. You grab a small roundish metal thing in your hand as the coach starts to be disintegrated, and you're taking some bludgeoning damage as you're being bounced up
What?
around the buildings.
Grabbed a knob. This door doesn't go to anything. I'm gonna hang on to this.
You guys have lost all sight of Val.
Yeah.
You see Aragus still clinging to a tree 120 feet below, and
Yep.
off in the distance you see trees and grass parting as the most terrified horse ever races off into the wilderness.
Third level spell that motherfucker got.
And he'll be thankful too, as he's 120 feet over the forest when it wears off.
Oh my god.
We'll call him Gluey.
At the moment, the moment that Cole saw him cut the flying horse loose, Cole raced down the hill, just stopped listening to anybody, and started going straight towards Aragus to then try to get out to Valimir
On your horse.
on my horse.
All right, make an animal handling roll 16.
I can animal handle. Not that fast though. That's 10.
Okay, Aragus, you see Cole coming to the rescue.
I'm coming to the rescue!
Sliding by, and he gets about halfway through, and then his horse loses its front feet and starts going end over end over end,
Jesus
and
Christ.
you have a snowball of
Let's
dirt.
end it now, you and me. Wait, I can breathe underwater.
Do you remember how Camp Season 5 ended with that ravine killing everyone? Jesus. And Cole goes splashing into the water. And Cole, you take 2 points of slashing damage as you hit something hard and metallic and axe-like, but you knock it loose and it goes further downstream.
Ow! I could have grabbed onto that. No, I can't.
Aragus, continuing to clutch to the tree, looks to see who else is going to come rescue her.
Any more bright ideas?
I'll just wait this one out. Then I'll rescue all of you.
Looking down the road,
Yes.
does it appear that the river...
There's like horrified travelers
Yeah,
watching.
yeah.
We need to invent PETA.
Does it look like the road and the river meet at any point that within sight?
No, not within sight, no.
Someone out there, some poor farmer. All we need it now is to rain horses. Can I run some rope down to
was that
Aragus to
last?
bring him back up?
Yes, the complicated, action-packed, slowly lowered rope seems more successful than everything else tried.
The horses.
I got this!
I'm not worried about up.
It's all about down for Cole. And a gentle rope
Good
arrives.
leader!
Aragus, just there's like a tree and everything. All right, who's on the other end of this rope?
Something sturdy.
If it's anyone but Vessel, I'm not doing it.
Reasonable.
It pulls friendly.
You got this, Vessel.
The secret tug.
I'll go try to find Valamir.
Very well.
All right, and you start pulling Aragus up successfully.
Fantastic.
Fiona will cast Levitate on herself.
Okay.
And basically same movement, but I can move through the air, and we'll go downriver. It lasts for 10 minutes, and try to find our dear lost wizard.
Okay.
Did you say D-list wizard?
Dear,
Oh, that's an
Dear
episode
Lost.
title. She did now. After all this performance, yeah, she did.
Okay. It takes some time. You do find Valamir. Valamir, I need you to make a Constitution save 14 or gain 2 levels of fatigue from your battle.
Ouch.
All right, I'll take those 2 fatigue.
All right, 2 levels of fatigue, and in our custom rule set, that's just -2 to any of the D20
Just.
rolls he's going to be making. 1 level goes away after each long rest. You are able to find Val. You are able to see him trying to pull himself up on some rocks, slip, fall. You're able to levitate over, grab him, pull him up. You get him to the somewhat of a level embankment, and he's gasping for breath.
Wait, I can breathe underwater.
It's the discount version. Only water breathing.
Dispel!
That's fantastic.
Throw your face back in. Don't pull me out!
Just keep my head in.
Giggity.
And Fiona has your savior there right next to you.
hello. This didn't go very well.
Well, one of the horses survived, I think.
Where at?
And just then, a big, muscular, frustrated hand slams into the embankment behind you and pulls himself out of the water as well.
Ah, one of the horses died.
I think more than one.
Did you kill your horse?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
This
Well, so I
guy,
don't need mine then.
this guy went.
I have this doorknob.
Vessel has weird peer pressure issues. He doesn't socially understand how it works.
I thought you had the rope in your hand and you were throwing me.
Vessel was back. Sent a rope down to Aragus.
Well, that was smart.
Uh-huh.
I thought we were doing this scene on a soundstage.
It's my lowest check too. But anyway, okay.
All right, it is sometime later, and the group has
Walking into town.
met
A
back
little
up,
wet and bedraggled.
not talking much about what just happened. You need to grab that
Couple
knob
dead
that's
horses.
over there,
Yeah.
Chris, behind the water bottle.
Yes, that's it right there. Your prized treasure.
I got it. We're good.
Save the wagon.
Save the Wagon is an excellent episode title.
Save the way. And we just decided, Seth's writing it down already. The epic campaign
So
goal of
dope.
saving the wagon.
Another D-list wizard.
Haven's on the other side of the thing going, what the hell is going
No
on?
wonder why you left.
You guys are able to make your way down this mountain path and camp for the evening and dry off. Setting up some watch. Let me know if there's anything interesting you want to do. Otherwise, we will arrive at the next morning.
God help us.
You're like, sleep as soon as possible. You wake up the next day then, refreshed, spells refreshed, and 1 level of fatigue gone from our wizard.
Is that all hit points recovered? Or?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
And
Plus, 6 temporary hit points.
All right.
Thank you.
You guys continue on your travel the next day to the small town of Sunfield. You are a couple hours in, and you have horses, though. You guys brought your own
That's
horses
one
to the.
horse.
No, you guys brought your own horses to the ambush.
We didn't throw them in the river
No.
too.
Fiona has a fresh batch of questions.
Oh yes.
Several, do
Several
they
hours
store up?
saved
Yeah,
up.
several.
I've been counting.
A question deck.
While you're snoring away peacefully, she's like, 2, 1. And so,
Oh, damn, I packed my lunch and gave in spectral horse. Damn.
Kevin, I have some questions.
Cool.
But I also feel like you owe us some answers before I
You
ask
wake up
any
for
of
that.
them.
Go back to You said the wrong name, Fiona.
What'd I say?
Haven.
Oh, cool.
We are never doing that again in any season.
You owe us some explanation of what we're getting into right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try real hard to not ask questions because I
you
know
said
it
it would be a
annoys you.
simple ride through the night.
All right. Ask away. I'll answer what I can.
There's a mention of the leader of the resistance. You haven't told us a lot about the resistance. You just show up. You're a general, which is
Allegedly.
great. But you've not offered us any information. So, fill in some blanks, and I'll ask questions that I think are required.
Cole clears his throat and gives you some very clear and important answers after our break. And we will be right back after just a little bit. See you in a moment. And we are back. Fiona is sitting before Cole, just the two of them, I believe. And you were asking a question. What is that question you're asking the Goliath?
Trying not to ask questions. Cole, you owe us some information.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Go ahead.
You go ahead. You know what you haven't told us?
Okay.
Getting good at that, Fiona.
The resistance is not an army. There's not a huge force of us. There's those of us who are alive and want to fight back. We can't tolerate things the way that they are. But if we ever try to build any sort of force or amass ourselves, we are often found out and discovered and destroyed. I have worked for more than a dozen different groups, different areas. I've learned different things and tactics, and I got the moniker of general because I'm one of the few that stays alive. We're a dying breed.
Is this captive the one that gave you the title?
Nalice is his name. And no, he didn't. He's really good at getting people to understand that they don't need to accept how they live. They don't need to fall into the plight of being under the iron foothold of the Legion. So he rallies people to our cause. He brings in fighters, but he's not a great leader. He's not even a good leader. He's just charismatic. He's got a patch over his eye, and that seems to make him endearing to people.
It doesn't sound like you want to rescue him.
No, I do. He's as close to a friend as I've had in a couple of years. And he's good at what he does. He does increase our ranks. And he does get people out there and get them fighting, which is all I can ask that we do right now.
What are we... Go ahead.
No, I was going to say there's bound to be weaknesses somewhere. We've learned a couple of things. But the Legion is really, really strong. And a lot of what we do doesn't affect them. You saw how completely, nearly immune they were to fire. They're strong, and they're vicious. And a normal gang of fighters, even pit fighters, are no match for them whatsoever. So, we get more. We try to find others. And when Nalus was taken, there was no one. There were no fighters who could even possibly get him out. And I knew that if I was going to stay alive, if I was going to do anything I could to keep the Resistance alive at all, I needed you.
You needed us.
Yes.
Cole, what good are the efforts, as we've established, what good are the efforts of 6 people? You talk about raising an army, surely you can almost see the great Iron Kingdom from here. You know this will take an army greater than that which faced in the Great War 20 years ago when we were children, greater than the old Byzantine takeover, greater than the army that followed Talon Baskir, possibly all 3 combined.
See, that's where you're wrong. If we were fighting...
You don't see my hat?
It's a magnificent
This hat doesn't lie, my friend!
No, it lies, but it's magnificent when it does.
We're not fighting the Legion. The Legion is there, for sure, and they have a lot of bad things to do, but the war is not with the Legion. I don't need you to fight the Legion. Nalus is taking care of that. We're going after Sher Mordrin. And he is afraid of us. I still don't entirely know why. But I do know that when that portal opened, when the ley lines got fixed and we had to do the cascading arcs, that was not a random circumstance. That wasn't we need 6 people to do this. Otherwise, they would have done it a year ago. The reason the cascading arcs fell and the portal opened was because of us specifically. It needed to be the 6 of us. I don't have all the information on that yet. And I know you've been studying it, but you've been seeing it from a very small angle. There was a reason. It wasn't you, but it was definitely a part of you. We are referred to by Sher Mordrin as the 6. We are something that he is aware of and that he is concerned about. And that gives me hope. Because if I can put fear into Sher Mordrin, then we can exploit it and we can take him down. That's why I keep fighting. Caven doesn't believe me. You may not either. But I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find out why we're so important. What it is about us that he's afraid of. And then we're going to end him.
Mighty tall words. Hopefully, these next few actions produce favor. But we won't get anything done by talking about it.
You made me smile really big. You see that? Look at what you
Hate
did.
you, Cole.
Would Cole describe the resistance as being wildly successful?
No, I mean it's what it stays alive because of people like Nalus.
It's really just Cole and Neelis.
Oh.
No. We have John too. John's really important.
in other schools, okay?
It's in Maine. You don't know him. Then would Cole describe the resistance as futile?
Oh.
So disappointed.
I don't want to answer
Just,
that.
you need to give somebody a hero point because that was so bad.
Oh, God. All right. Any other open-ended questions to...
Cole, who did give you your title?
Cole gave Cole title.
Which of the many members of this resistance gave you?
Do you know what a fortune cookie is?
You will be a general one day.
Don't listen to these nuts.
There's a single Goliath tear coming down his eye.
Do you remember Verador?
Yeah.
She's one of the first people I reached out to because I could still get to her outside of Canabrin. And she's really friggin' smart.
Yeah.
She
she's
has
great.
so many different ideas and was organizing and was communicating and was getting us into other things. And every friggin' time I said I needed her to be a part of the fight, she wouldn't do it. I need her to take up arms. I need her to lead the challenges. She wouldn't do it. And so I kept having to lead and trying something else and honestly failing. A lot of my men died. A lot of women died. A lot of people. But I kept trying. And she said that's what generals do. And that was her nickname for me until we lost touch.
What do you mean? How'd you lose touch?
I haven't been able to get back to Almithra or anywhere near the west side for almost a year. I don't know who's there.
Okay. Well, let's go.
Yes, let's get to
Really?
Sunkist.
That's it?
There'll be more later.
Okay.
You ride off through the morning across wide open fields, a couple rolling hills every now and again, but it is classic Calavier. Green fields as far as the eye can see, beautiful blue skies. It's springtime. It's wonderful. You would almost not know that there are terrible alien forces occupying this poor kingdom. You are closing in on the town. Based on Aragus, you're still several more hours away when you reach a crossroads with a signpost pointing back the way you came, pointing to some other small town whose name is insignificant, and then pointing the sign towards Sunfield. Of note, though, is there is a dead person hanging from the signpost by their neck. They've been there for some time and are bloated. And it is a woman a middle-aged woman who has the medallion of Solene snapped in half of it at the ground at her feet, the other half stuck in her mouth, with a wooden placard hanging around her head that reads, "No Gods."
Whoa.
There's an episode title for you.
Valimir Val. Sorry. As he is now known.
Big V.
The V. If I cast Firebolt, would I be able to hit the rope and burn it?
Sure.
Because we'll
Do you want me to show you how to use that spell?
I think I will still manage, but thank you, Fiona.
Wait. Vessel. You should pray for her.
I will when she's down. She will receive rights.
Pew, pew, pew.
All right.
Val will fire the firebolt.
All right.
And bring her down.
She drops to the ground. The medallion falling out of her mouth. You see her hands were behind her back.
You said it's fairly open plains around here?
Yes.
So there's no hiding. So in the deeper brush, if you will, Cole will take some time away and prepare. The ground's probably pretty soft, so he could at least give her a soft mound burial kind of thing.
There's a mage hand digging a hole.
Oh,
Was it?
Mage plow. Mage
Supernatural.
Mage caterpillar.
Was the body hung up on the actual signpost of the town, or like a separate thing?
Somewhere else that was more sturdy.
Okay. Aragus will use the circle headband of blasting and scorching ray that entire visage, the whole stand and
The
everything.
signpost?
Yeah.
Okay.
How many of those do you get a day?
One.
Oh, okay.
Could have used that.
It is burnt to a crisp. And Vessel, you have created a mound burial for her.
She deserves more.
Oh, was it a
This
wooden
is what we
stake
can
or?
afford.
It was a signpost. Tall
Oh,
signpost.
it's made of metal. Okay, well, then I'll use
No,
heat metal instead.
No. It was wood. It was wood. Carrying on then.
Yeah, it sounds like we have conducted rites and buried
All right.
the devotee
No one else
of
here
Solene.
is God-fearing, right?
No.
Right.
I
so
mean,
Vessel can just...
Fiona to an extent through
Mhm.
Vessel is, but she's, she's
then
not thumping Bibles.
Val is a little
Vessel will just gently
meh
remind
towards the
you to
gods.
keep your eye out.
Oh, if you're like, Fiona would be right next to you during
All right,
all of this. For sure. She respects Vessel, for sure, enough to.
Does Vessel have a way to like hide his symbology?
No. He's got
He wouldn't if he
he's
did.
got
Yes.
dawning and
Burns
whatnot, but
through.
his runes literally light up
Yeah.
when he casts. So he's
when he
not,
gets happy.
yeah. Streaks of fire and holy lights.
Gets aroused. So lean.
Yeah,
just a
as
beam
the
of
sign is burning, Aragus just takes a good old look at Vessel and says, "Well, that's an obstacle."
I'd like to make note that it's good to see that Solene is still with you, Vessel. Caven has told me otherwise, that they are in battles of their own, the gods, and that he has felt forsaken by Solene and that she was absent in his world. I'm glad to see that it's not the case for you.
His struggles with his faith means he has some faith. He will keep seeking Celine, and Celine will keep seeking him. For now, we will walk in her light.
So say we all.
So say we all.
Seeking Soline.
Peace be upon you, I guess.
You ride for several more hours and break, get some simple rations in your bellies and ride, and it takes longer than you anticipated, and it is approaching sunset as you close in on the small little hamlet of Sunfield. It is just little more than a dozen buildings, some farms kind of close together, and a small little barely a tavern type concept. A couple smoke from chimneys are going off. You guys are still a mile out, slowly trotting in on horses as you close in. Anything interesting you want to do? Otherwise, we'll head
How
right
are
in.
we going to do this? To free your companion.
And do we know where he is in that town?
I don't know where he would be, but to understand where he is would be simply a matter of looking for what they are standing around. The thing with the Legion is that they are very, very strong and not easily intimidated, which means they don't have to worry about any sense of subterfuge or hiding things. They keep it exactly the way they want it to be, and they're very, very proud of the fact that we are less than they are.
Would it be good for us to then sneak in and ambush them and take advantage of that perception of theirs?
I would say every chance possible, yes.
It may not even be necessary to sneak. Their pride probably covers their eyes from a great many deeds.
I'd like to think that's true.
But let us not go in too brazenly, though.
I'd like to be clear that the goal is not to clear the entire city or hamlet or whatever Sunfield is of all Legion.
Why not?
That would draw attention to us that we're not ready for. We're here to get Nahus. Let's get Nahus. Let's get him out. He can get us to a safe hold. Then he can start his work again. Then we can go back to ours.
And you believe we can extract him without drawing enough attention to have to fight our way through it?
Well, it's nice to hope, but I'd like to kill at least one.
Do you still
And
have the
that
note?
seems to be our way.
Do you still have the note that was in the scroll case?
Indeed, I do.
Do they
Val
know what
Marianne's good.
Gullik looks like?
I do not know.
I would say almost definitely yes.
Gullik was a human?
He was. His common visual traits, or his most prominent visual traits, were his blonde, curly hair, fine dress, broken nose, and battered left eye. And some
Well,
sort
he
of,
updated that Tinder
His best
profile
features.
pretty quick.
some sort of weird ornate back ornament as well.
And the soft flowing.
It was two seals back to back.
Was he a particularly tall person?
He was not.
Could one mistake him for someone in a magnificent hat?
I can get pretty close to what he looks like. Height might be off by a little bit.
Yeah, I have a disguise kit.
I have a spell called Disguise Self, but it only makes me 1 foot taller. Should be like 3 feet.
I'm a halfling.
Frickin'
so
gnomes.
Could you? Is it only yourself?
Yeah.
The disguise self spell? Let's look that up. Let's go to the judges on that one.
But I also have ready. I can make somebody invisible.
called invisible cell.
Works in a range of one.
You said you wanted to kill one, but do you think you could get in and out? Or at least find out where your friend is at?
It's possible. I'm not typically the one that does the sneaking in or the subterfuge or the breaking in. I often have a different member of my team for that.
This is true. But he knows you. He doesn't know the rest of us. Probably doesn't even know the rest of us exist. I mean, I'll go in and scout around.
You wouldn't have to know me. There just need to be a way that you can identify yourself as being one of us.
It also brings up another problem.
You can't call it the cause. By the way, that doesn't work.
You corrected me.
My kind is even more rare, and is likely to draw suspicion wherever we go in these towns. What will be done with me?
Well, that's why, I mean, depending on what's there, we can't just go in the front door. That's why I'm proposing to go in there. Does this Legion... I mean, that's another thing, though. If I go in and they can see me, even if I'm invisible right away, then all is lost. Is that something you're aware they can do?
I don't know.
Well, I'm willing to go in. Sight unseen. And find your friend. I don't know how we'll both be able to get out, but at least we can figure out where he's at.
What if a distraction were in play? Argus is looking through his disguise kit. Does he have what it takes to make himself look and sound like Gullik? Don't attack me! 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 Don't attack! 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 I'm finding the voice.
Oh, no, Predator. I get it. Disguise kit. This pouch of cosmetics, hair dye, and small props, a.k.a. a photo team building thing, lets you create disguises that change your physical appearance. Proficiency,
I'm Gullik.
proficiency with this kit lets you add your proficiency bonus to any ability checks you make to create a visual disguise.
Okay.
So that's what it does.
That would probably work, I imagine.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So my thought is, if you want to do this and sneak in, you can let him know that you're one of the 6 and Cole sent you.
Okay.
That should do it. We've worked together before.
Okay. Well, let's get close and we'll go in.
So, as we approach Sunfield, the layout of the hamlet, is it like sort of maybe at the bottom of a ridge where we can scout and see into the town to see any of the Legion if they gather in one area?
Yes,
is it like a
but
blind
if you
approach?
Get within 40 feet, there's a little boy that says, "Wolf!"
It is not anything like that. It is a flat plain with a very simple road, which is just some wagon ruts that head straight towards it. And what you can see right now is some sort of house on one side of the road and a little farm on the other side. And there's a couple more buildings that you can't make out. It's not the best of views.
Time of day you said was
Sunset.
Sunset. Well, we either camp out here in this barn, or we make our effort this evening while the Legion do whatever they do at night. Hopefully, they're not nocturnal.
They seem to be alternal, but I think it's just because they're very good at shifts.
As long as they're not eternal, I don't have a problem.
Can prove that's definitely not true.
Okay. Well,
Speaking of, when he does that, Cole reaches into his belt, pulls out a dagger, and up underneath his cloak where he pulls it back and he puts a small cut right at the top of his shoulder. You've seen there's several of them on here before.
Are you all right?
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Sad?
depression is a real,
No.
real bitch.
You remember I used to record my kills.
Yeah.
I still do that, but for Legion only now.
Oh. Do you still embellish a little?
Well, no, but I
He's
ran,
got all the way to G, I think.
no. He goes, no, but I ran out of room on my penis.
After one.
Gotta move on.
It was a really long incision.
Well, I think I'm gonna sneak in. If I get into trouble, you're gonna see firebolts going up. That would be your key to come running in,
We'll keep
or
our,
not.
We'll keep our distance, but we'll keep our eye on you too.
Um,
And Cole, take a half a point of damage, which means you don't have to mark it, but if you ever land exactly at 1 hit point, then you go to 0.
Okay. Good to note.
how close can we
Just a
safely
reminder to
get
you
without
that, the warding
like
ring
having
won't work that
to
far.
Yeah, I know.
worry about them
Before
potentially
she
seeing
leaves.
us?
I have no idea. It's up to you guys.
Lovely.
That's a perception check when you get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if it's a flat plane, we should be able to tell some kind of safety distance.
How far away are we right now?
We're at the
Far?
first house.
Yeah, as far away as you want. You can see the beginnings of the town, and that's where you're having your discussion. You can be as close or as far as you want.
I'd like to be like in the bushes, kind of off before we get to the town.
I can.
Bushes,
If
whatever.
I'm within 300 feet of you, I can keep an eye upon you and know what is happening, and perhaps aid you with spells
Okay.
through
I'll,
that.
I'll try. I can't promise I'll stay within that range, but I will
Um,
try.
And Valamir's awakened spell book
Cut yourself for that one, please.
shall accompany Fiona
Okay.
as subtly as possible.
Oh,
The spectral tone.
How does that work?
Is it invisible?
Um,
She's invisible.
yeah, it's gonna stay and can keep cover.
Incognito mode.
Fly
It-
above.
yeah, it would be visible. You have some grass that of fields around you that are maybe 2 feet tall. That's the only real cover. Occasional tree here or there. Most of the trees are been planted within the town itself.
Yeah, he'll try to basically keep it in the grass. Kind of, it's just gonna weave through the grass. As indignant as my spell book may be about doing that,
Adding one
it-
mage to the fight real
yeah,
quick.
it will comply. Yeah.
And this was your
Manifest Mind.
Manifest Mine.
It's a tiny spectral object hovering in an unoccupied space of my choice within 60 feet. Can travel up to 30 feet.
Oh, Ericus just had an idea.
Looks like a ghostly tome. So it just basically will look like a book sitting on the ground, moving
Could
along.
you fly it above?
Yeah, if
Up
it
to
is ever more
yeah.
than 300 feet away from you,
Yeah.
it'll go away. So then you need to stay within 300 feet of. So then how are you being hidden? So the problem is you're in like this open prairie.
He's crawling through the grass.
That's what I'm trying to solve. That's a fair
That's
answer.
why I was asking some questions earlier.
I'll be all right. I'm not gonna like get in. I'm gonna try real hard to not get into anything.
Someone write that down.
Just
Yeah.
Look around.
All right. All right. I will not do that then, and stay further back, I suppose.
Before Fiona leaves, she goes up to Vessel. Buddy, I'll be safe. Don't be worried.
The ring won't go that far.
I know. I'm gonna try real hard to not stir up any trouble.
I
Just
am
wanna
watching
find-
for firebolts.
Yes, if you see firebolts, come running.
Then he gets into a sprint stance, but remains still and watches where she goes.
And wherever we are, Valamir's spellbook is still 300 feet in front,
Okay.
so that it's staying close to the maximum range away from where we all are.
Do you see through the book and all that stuff?
I can see
That's
through
why
it.
he's doing it.
I
Yeah,
can
that's
also, for a limited number of times, cast through it.
I want one of those.
How long does your spell last?
1 hour,
Wow.
Okay.
and I can cast it a second time if needed.
So you've got some time then.
Yeah.
While he was getting ready, sorry.
Okay. I was just thinking that though I know you are going to be sneaking in and trying to find Naelis on your own, it may be a good idea to still have someone in town as a backup. We've got Valamir's very clever spell.
It's Val.
Val's very clever spell. But if you need, I could also be on site.
I
I mean, I don't know your involvement, but if you get recognized, this whole thing's for nothing.
And you're not exactly a subtle creature, as everybody's like
Let me
looking
go
up
in.
at him.
Let me
Okay.
go in and see if I can at least find your friend. Our friend? I don't know. And
Ally.
if it's possible to get him out, we'll get him out. But I've just put some eyes on the situation. We don't know anything right now, and we can't just go in spells ablazing.
there is a way
Since
to
when?
there is a way
Wisdom.
to have the area clear so that you're free to roam and check for Naelis yourself without the Legion bothering you. Cole and Vessel, you might not, or Cole might like this idea, but if I go in as Gullik and I perhaps have been attacked by a bandit and someone wearing a bunch of Solene garb just on the border of this hamlet, the Legion might be inclined to go to that and attack you and Cole, forgive me, while Val and Fiona inspect the city, and I can go with them, or perhaps aid you. Just a thought.
I like this idea.
We distract the guard while Fiona goes and investigates. It's risky, but if I'm putting all this effort into looking this awful, I've got his hat, I've got the eye. Why not? You want to fight? I'll get you one. I can be damn convincing. It's your call, Fiona, Cole. You're in charge of this mission.
I've got one more thought based on that. Go in as Gullik. To do the job you're supposed to do, they'll take you right to him. You stay invisible with him. Then you can be there if she needs it. You can communicate with Naelis as we need it. And then we can get you both out together.
Okay?
I like that idea.
Very well.
Thank you. You guys are really good at this.
I have a quick question. To rearrange spells for a cleric, short or long rest?
Long rest.
So Argus removes his kind of sash, which has a bunch of like musical notes and kind of not runic symbols, but just like in the world of Varan, kind of history, hieroglyphics, if you will, just things that mean what we would see as language, maybe like Byzrin or Chaloran. Removes that, removes a couple of the signifying bardic pieces of clothes. He takes his loot and stores it, maybe in the bag of holding or something. I don't know. But he grabs all of the props and all of the fanciest stuff and silks that he can find, and really quickly sews a little frivolly necktie and does it up and tries to make himself look somewhat similar to Gullik, and then immediately tears the elbow of one and like rips the buttock off of something and punches himself in the face. Like, I ran out of makeup.
What armor do you normally wear, and are you wearing it now?
Leather armor. It'll be like underneath
Okay.
everything. I think
And
it's leather.
what weapons do you normally carry, and are you carrying them now?
A dagger and a short bow. I would have the dagger somewhere.
And the short bow again, I would stow
Okay.
maybe
Do
with.
you know how to walk on stilts?
They're not stilts, but Aragus has like pumps almost. He's got
they
he's
picked
got
up
some stilettos. You know what I mean?
Air Willoughbys.
Yeah, air willoughbys. That's what they're called now. No, he's got like platform shoes, Bill Maher style, that are like 6 inches tall.
Bill
So-
Maher
I don't know enough
Yeah. I
about
haven't
Bill
heard that.
Maher's.
Bill Maher
heels.
is like Tom Cruise.
I didn't
height.
know that.
Oh yeah, he's got platform shoes for sure.
Right.
Watch his podcast, you'll see him.
So you have his feet up.
Club random. I mean, he literally holds a clove cigarette like this, crosses his legs hugely, and like swings them around. Yeah, I could talk for days about that. It's hilarious. Hilarious stuff, dude. So yeah, Aragus is very, hopefully, to Tom's description, looking like Gullik right now.
Okay.
Erudite.
Well, I don't know. You kind of went a little.
He's trying to find it. He's trying to find it. You didn't make me roll.
Hopefully he finds it by the time he gets there.
Yeah, do I find the voice in time?
All right.
Aragus is fluffing himself up. And
Yep.
then uncurls
Aragus
and
the
then heads down the road.
I'm fluffy.
And Aragus very quickly will get a mission debrief of what exactly Gullik was supposed to do.
Torture this guy.
Yeah, do the things that they can't do, get the information that they would just beat the shit out of this guy, essentially.
You'll also want the letter.
Okay. I want the letter.
You're given the letter and
In the scroll case.
the doorknob of exquisiteness.
Take this. It's dangerous to go alone.
All right, you head off by yourself. You will be several minutes away from your friends if all hell breaks loose, but there are, I believe, little footsteps appearing behind him as Fiona is invisible.
Is it going to be minutes?
Yeah.
It's like
The plan is already falling apart.
you're on your own because that's a minute. It's 10 rounds. So
For what?
if you don't need support,
Oh,
because
yeah.
we won't be there,
For sure. We're going to be.
you will be on your own.
Oh, for your book thing?
Oh, yeah, I'm too far away for that. If it's
Yeah, they will
minutes.
be minutes away is what I'm warning
Oh,
you
okay,
about.
yeah. That's
20,
fine. I thought
30,
we
40
dropped the book
rounds.
when we did this new plan.
Yep, they are.
Yep.
Forget the book.
Just all
letting
support.
you know
Okay.
you are going to be
If
minutes
we get
away.
into a fight, the fight will be over by the time.
Oh,
we
well,
get
good
to
thing
it.
I used the circle of the scorching ray.
Yeah, it's a good thing that's already been used.
I used that once per day spell. Good.
Keep in mind your misty step.
And you
Oh,
wonder
that's
why we
enough.
don't want to give you magic items.
What's this wish ring do?
Listen, I still have
Deck
a
of many
fan
things
blade
for each of
helm
you.
and a pearl of magic that I haven't used yet, so I can get
Playing
that spell slot back.
solitaire.
I can get that spell slot back real quick.
Okay, then you make your way down, followed by invisible Fiona as the sun is setting. As you approach the farm, you see there is a lantern light coming from a window of this small, quaint little farm through some little corn stalks, and then shades are closed as they see some strange figure approaching down the road. From that same farm, as you get closer, 2 shadowy figures step out from a barn.
Okay.
And they walk legion-like towards you with a strange extra leg segmented gait. And they not charging anything, but just make their way. You see these figures have some sort of spear-like dark spear shapes in their hands as well.
So Fiona, you're gonna have to follow a kind of patterned step. I'm not walking in a straight line. When they get 60 feet in radius of Aragus, a spell, magical bard ability called Universal Speech is cast. So the 2 creatures in front of me can understand anything I say.
Okay.
Without any.
And what was it? Where? How?
Universal Speech. It's
Where
a
did this
bard
come from?
feature. It's a new
bard
level
features.
6 bard feature.
Nice.
Levels.
What?
6 bard. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a 6th level bard.
What
Sixth
was
level
it?
bard.
College of
Eloquence. Universal Speech.
Universal speech. Gain ability as an action. One or more creatures 60 feet up. So your charisma modifier can understand you for 1 hour.
So kind of almost ignoring them in a very frustrated manner. Gullik will be, "Where have you been? I've been walking for 3 hours. Where is Nail Ice?"
The creatures approach, and in the sunlight, you can see they are indeed Legion warriors that you have faced their kind before. One of them levels his energy lance at you as though ready to fire.
"Oh, don't give me that! Where is he?"
The other one steps forward close and steps in, and it says, "Who are you?"
"You know who I am," and the light from the energy beam shines on his black eye. "You don't recognize me? You can't see in all this light? Nocturnal creatures, my ass."
You need to make a deception roll
Okay.
with 2 notes. One, you will have advantage due to your kit concept and the darkness and how you roleplayed it. Your target number, though, is still going to be a little high at 16,
Okay.
but finally, you may drop it 1 point to a minimum of 12 for every 5 points of damage that you take to injure yourself to make the disguise complete. So you can roll a 16 and it kind of looks it, but you never took any true damage, or you can take 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. You can take up to 20 points of damage and only need to roll a 12 to convince them.
I'm assuming this bypasses the temporary hit points.
Yes.
I'll roll.
Just going to roll a 16. All right.
16.
It's all for makeup.
Plus, what was it? I'm sorry?
Deception. With
Deception.
advantage.
I rolled a 14. I don't have a hero point to use, so I rolled a 14.
14 is your total result.
Yep.
All right.
I'll take some damage if it allows.
Nope.
It's too late.
Too late for that. The creature looks at you and says, "What is your business? Speak!" And then is going to attack you. Do you want to let it, or do you want to dodge it combatically?
Gullik's pretty used to this. He'll let it happen.
Okay, you are hit for 7 points of bludgeoning as it cracks you across your shoulder painfully.
Oh! Damn! I apologize.
Speak your business in town or die.
Quickly, we'll pull out the letter issued to him from the wagon that he stole it from, saying that they have the resistance leader in Sunfield. I was sent here to get him and do something. I thought you knew. I'm late, I'm sorry, but...
And it takes the letter, rips it from your hand, and throws it on the ground. Speak your business in town or die.
My business is on the letter. If you could... You have human. I want human.
He looks at his friend.
Me. Human. Me. Human. Bad human. I will make fun of the human. Make a lot of fun of the human. You will see. He will be made fun of, humiliated. You understand this?
Try to add in the doorknob somehow.
And you too can be a graduate of
My
the
shiny orb.
You may make one more in very last ditch deception roll, and your DC is now just still a very hard 15, but without advantage this time.
What was the damage grading system?
No longer applicable.
Oh, okay.
It is 15 is
Luck.
your target number. You hear the charging of a lance that's about to blast you.
That's only with natural ones. We'll see.
Fuck.
15.
Bring it on.
Oh no.
It's a miss.
I mean, yeah. I don't.
They
know.
are not convinced. Blam! An energy lance goes off from the guy next to him, and Gullik is attacked with a 19 for 15 points of lightning damage.
Oh my god.
You guys can see white light lash out in the darkening sunset. And while he's dealing with that pain for a brief moment,
Going about as expected.
Fiona, hold on one second, Fiona. I'm sure you've been waiting all this time to pounce or say or do something.
Sort of.
Okay.
Not impressed with the situation.
I'm sorry, I'm not impressing you with my situation.
I cast a spell.
Were we waiting for lightning or fireballs?
See, you do better.
Invisibility is gone.
5 lightning strikes is our key to move in.
4 more and they got it.
But 7 means don't go in.
Oh. What if they're really far apart? Okay.
Fiona, you got anything going on? Otherwise, we're going to Aragus.
I'm gonna go to Aragus.
Aragus. Boom! You are hit. You stumble back several feet. What do you do?
I'd like to be knocked to the ground instead.
Oh, you collapse to the ground.
On his hands and knees, Aragus will gather himself, and as he grabs the orb, he'll just whisper, "Go!" And then he'll stand back up and just, with his head down, just present the magical orb thing.
What's the magical orb thing?
It was given to him by the group.
Huh?
Someone illuminate
The doorknob.
The doorknob.
The doorknob that was recovered.
The silver bells?
Yeah.
All
See,
right.
let's see how smart these motherfuckers are.
All right, you hold up a silver dinner bell is what was recovered. And hold it up into the air. The creature bats it out of the way, and it goes tinkling quite nicely, and you cannot resist harmonizing with the tone as it hits the ground. And then the creature grabs you by your hair and pulls you caveman style and says to the other one, "This one will eat well," and starts pulling you across through the road towards the barn. Through the cornfield you are pulled, dragged.
Oh my god. Someone say something. Stay alive.
Towards an open barn you are dragged.
3 firebolts go shooting into the air.
Okay.
Fiona's no longer invisible.
Well, he didn't attack a creature.
Cast a spell.
Cast a
Cast
spell.
a
Oh, cast a
spell. I
spell.
had to look at it. I was hoping.
Oh, I didn't want that to happen. All right.
That's her choice, her choice.
Somewhere there is a heavy
Guys,
flooding
just-
vessel.
Where are these 3 fire bolts going?
Straight up into the air
Like
as
flares.
Yep.
Flares.
All right.
That's the signal. Go.
Yep.
Damn it.
And
Okay.
Fiona's been following these 2. The one getting
Well, you were
dragged.
about to get eaten.
Aragus getting dragged. And then
I have a way to get out of it.
she will pick up a stone from the ground and launch it at this guy. I have a
Yes, know
quick
that.
question.
I don't
Would
know that.
these, the Legion, would they be considered to be made of inorganic material?
No.
Okay.
I have a quicker question. Do we still have a horse?
You guys all have riding horses,
The
yes.
vessel is terracing with a
What's
horse.
the
He's not
speed of
running
the
there.
horse?
Fast.
Horses are
Faster than 60 feet?
Is that a 33 and lower fast? Come on, that was a Frosthaven joke. That was good.
Come on.
Horse is 60 feet.
I'm
is
giving you
its-
gold
is its
here.
speed.
And using the spell Catapult, she will launch this rock at the Legionnaire who is dragging Aragus.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
And they need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, you're casting this is like your catapult spell.
Yep.
I'm going to say they fail automatically. They have no idea what's going on as through the corn a child attacks.
17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Wow,
Child
that
back.
was not as playful as I made it
Children
sound.
of the corn, indeed.
All right. Shoo, you crack the damage up against the head of this legion, and it screeches and spins around and sees movement amongst the corn. Aragus, what would you like to do?
Dodge a fireball coming at me, I guess.
No, it was a stone throw.
It was a stone
Cast.
and it wasn't throwing at you.
Let me see.
Do you have a spell?
You're lucky they weren't made of inorganic
Something like a
material.
scorching ray or something.
No, I don't have that spell.
Distant whispers?
I mean, I do, but I'm hoping to get eyes on our guy here
So
first.
this
That's
the will
not gonna
so
happen.
far past that happening.
You are not Gullik. They know it. I mean, it's really good makeup. It's really good. Just not that good.
That was dramatic.
You can come back to me.
Okay, Aragus continued to be pulled screaming into the barn type area by one. The other creature, though, is stopping and is going to engage with you, Fiona, and it fires. I'm going to give it disadvantage just on this first attack as it still is trying to figure out where you are at. I think I do control to make that happen. No, I do that to make it happen. It rolled, what did I say, disadvantage? Wow! Total 25 or total 20. It will take a total of 20 to hit you for 13 points of lightning damage.
13. Oof,
Yow.
okay. Let's do it.
All right.
Get your 8 temp.
And Fiona is hit. It is a newish round. Fiona, what would you like to do?
They need to make a dexterity throw.
More.
It's kind of a round.
I'm thinking like rotten, hardened corn.
Sure.
Cobs are
Oh, so
being
the corn
are
cob.
flying.
Right in.
All right. This was dexterity save?
Yep.
All right. There we go.
gluten. I don't know if there's
15.
gluten in corn, but whatever.
there is.
That passes, but he still takes 6 damage.
6 damage. All right. You hit that guy again. It is his turn. He will now fire with a regular chance to hit at you, blasting with his energy lance. And that is, dear Lord, 19 to hit.
I'm going to use shield, and it'll will not get hit by that, and I will have 21 AC until the end of my next round.
All right.
Next turn.
Those of you riding in fast on horseback can not only see lights and blast, but a light blast hit and a small shielding shape absorb that
Oh,
blast
that's
of energy.
much closer than I thought. Okay.
Wait, how close are they?
Dangerously far. Arrogance.
Let me know when they're 120 feet away.
Okay.
Argus, like being dragged face down in the kind of grassy dirt, will just.
Making noises, I'm imagining, are like,
I'm Gullik, I swear, I'm Gullik. He will.
oh, also, I will give you an option
Okay.
and a question. He's pulling you by your hair, caveman style.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your real hair?
Yeah, it's my real hair. It's just, there's
All right.
there's
right.
gold dust in
I
it.
was gonna ask.
All right, cool.
Um,
What would you like to do?
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Where is the hat?
Wherever you want.
Is this
it
a
to
Captain
be.
Jack scenario where it's just where I need it to be and pick it up?
Sure.
It's a magnificent hat. That's what makes it
That's
magnificent.
what it is.
So head down, ass up. Argus will think about the creature holding him being dragged and hearing the word eats. Immediately, the creature will have to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right. You affect
Target.
its brain with a
13.
13 is the number.
Okay, it succeeded. Nothing happens.
Okay.
I'm continuing to be dragged.
All right. It drags you into the barn itself and throws you into a corner of weird, mushy, bloody farm animal bits that have been eaten by these creatures.
Cool.
And are going to add you to the menu quite shortly. It is a new round. We're back to Fiona.
How far away is Aragus right now?
He is 40 to 50 feet away inside a small building.
How is the guy that I've been beating on? How's he looking?
He looks to be just injured.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I'll do one more a catapult at this guy.
Dex save for me?
Yep.
Okay. Corn goes flying. That is an 11.
10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. He is now, you would be describing him as injured.
And then I will run 25 feet towards the barn.
Okay. You're going to run around him to not get hurt?
Yeah, and not close enough to catch a beating.
Okay. Then we shall look at a bit of a battle map that we have here.
Here we
These
go.
orc insects have very bad dexterity and great wisdom. It's annoying.
This is our situation, if you can see it. Up at the top left-hand corner is Fiona in a cornfield with a bad guy. And then just to the east is a little farmstead. You may not be able to see it because it's within walls, but is Aragus and another creature. It is your creature's turn, Fiona, to strike back at you and just blasting, and it is going to fire again.
To the end of your next turn?
Yeah, I got this one covered, hopefully.
Okay.
That is not the case. That is not the case. It will use its aggressive ability. As a bonus action, moves up to its speed towards an enemy it can see. Goes racing right up to really fast, and then does a bite at you and a swing at you. Its bite is a 10 to hit. Snaps at
Does not hit.
corn stalk sections, and then its energy lancet now lights up with electricity around it and wields it like an energized staff for an 18 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay.
And with that, she's going to use her repulsion shield. And the creature, after a melee hit, will be pushed back 15 feet.
15 feet, nice. Bump
That's
up, up.
awesome.
Done.
Nice.
We are back over to Aragus.
Aragus would like to look around the room and see what he can see.
All right, you are in a barn that is dark. You hear there is a cow that is tied up behind some wooden enclosure. You are in some laying on your back on gore with straw where they have killed some previous animals. It smells really bad. There's some Legion waste in this area for sure. And you can hear firing and see light going on outside and hear Fiona's battle cries.
There's nobody else in this room?
No.
Okay.
No.
They have separate eating rooms. Right.
He's writing a Wikipedia page.
I mean, I'm trying to learn something about these things. They can beat all of my stuff. I have nothing to do with.
Would you like to take an action or pass?
I need more than 5 seconds. I have too many things.
We will pass in horror
Fine.
then. The creature closes in on you and says something that you can't understand and bites at you with a total of 20 to hit.
Yeah, of course.
Grabs it, you hold up an arm to defend, and you are take 10 points of piercing damage, and
God.
blood is drawn on Gullik the halfling.
Pretty sure I'm down.
It is back to Fiona.
Fiona will run into the barn.
Running into the barn, you see
That's so close.
Aragus is...
Ah! Bounce off of
Aragus has this Legion warrior over him, and you see it just tore a bite out of his arm as he's panicking and trying to figure out what the hell's going on in this dark barn.
She will
You're about 10 feet away from him.
shoot a firebolt at this guy.
Okay,
21 to hit.
21 is a hit.
23 points of
Oh.
fire damage.
Whoa, yeah.
Light him up quite a
Fire
bit.
damage, though.
All right, you
My
light him
bread
up
and
quite a
butter.
bit. It doesn't seem to be as much damage as you thought it would be, but it
Yep.
does damage him.
Okay.
And then your
Gotta get you
enemy
an ice pick.
closes in from behind as you're just inside the door of the barn, and he attacks twice with a bite for a 15 and an energy lance for an 11.
No, you're neither.
Struggling to hit. We
I'll
are-
also use another of my repulsion shields, and he gets knocked back 15 feet.
Okay,
Stop
he is
that.
pushed back. Aragus, still on your back in gore, and you've just been bitten.
I will cast.
Friendship.
Don't have it. I will cast.
I'm all out of friendship.
Yeah, I'll just do a vicious mockery.
Okay.
On this guy and said, I would get out my dagger, but I can't find it thanks to you.
Okay.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Here we go. Nope. Here we go. 11.
That's a fail. Psychic damage of 5. And disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Okay, which is happening now. It is going to bite at you twice with disadvantage. A 23 becomes a 13.
That hits.
No, a 23 oh, 13
It
hits you?
hits,
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Oh,
alright.
that's right. And then a 21 becomes a 10. So
That'll miss.
the 13 hits you for 11 piercing. Fiona, you see him getting torn and torn apart. How many hit points do you have left?
I think I have 7.
Okay.
I disagree, unfortunately.
Oh no.
No, the temporary hit points were negated.
Right. I'm including the temporary hit points for your beating thus far.
I lost 25 and then
you
11.
You had
And
26 and 11. You have 5 remaining for your 41.
Okay. We're back over to Fiona.
5's lower.
Oh,
than
sorry,
what I had.
4 remaining.
4 even lower than what I had.
Jesus. She's gonna try to get this one's attention that's just cutting the crap out of her friend and shoot another firebolt.
Okay.
12 to hit.
Is a miss. Firebolt goes wide and smashes in the barn.
And
Small
then
fire.
she's gonna loop around to the other side of the room opposite them. Like step into the room and go like to the right.
Like over to that
No,
side?
like further down south of the table.
Oh, okay. To there.
Yeah.
Okay, great. You head away from the door a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Your friend comes in and enters the room, but
Friend.
is not able to get an attack as he's looking around to see what's going on. Finally spots you, but his turn is then over. We
Okay.
are back over to Aragus, badly hurt.
Yes. The other one comes in, and Gullik tries anything he can to do anything he can. He just looks at both of them and says something witty about. He says, "Oh, come on, man. You need to sharpen your teeth. You both need to be in uniform." And I'll cast Bane on both of them.
Oh, all right.
Charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw. For the one closest to you?
It's both creatures.
Right, for the one closest to you, it's an
Oh, I'm sorry.
8.
That'll fail.
For the one farthest from you, it's a natural 1.
That's a fail.
Whoa.
We need to do something with that. That's kind of fun.
Barn collapses on him.
No, he is not only Bane, but is so confused, and with the Bane figured out, he pushes himself 15 feet back out the door.
I'm out of here.
They are Bane, and Bane is going to
I
be.
didn't sign up for this.
What's the effect of a Bane?
So that'll be max damage, D4 subtracted from attack rolls and saving throws.
So it's no damage. So every time they make an attack or saving throw, while you are able to concentrate, right? So the key is not losing. You could lose it immediately.
I have to see him, so he's gone.
No, when you first cast it, I think is fine.
Oh, okay.
Right?
It's not what it says.
Let's take a look. Bane. Up to 3 creatures you can see. You've cast it on there. Whenever target fails, I think you're fine. You've cast it on them. That's the initial casting of it.
Okay.
All right. Your target, though, is going to attack you and could cancel the spell. He was not hit. He is attacking you with a...
But he has a minus D4.
Yeah, all right. He's doing a double bite and got a natural 1 on the first one.
Nice.
So
Minus
Bites his own
D4.
tongue.
Yeah.
I hate it when that happens.
He does not bite you, and I'm going to say that he bites at you, and you're able to fling some weird cow rib bone into his mouth, and he does not get a second attack as he spits it out. It is a new turn with it is a new turn with Cole, Valimir, and Vessel arriving, but they are at the far end of this large map.
Holy crap, this is a large map.
But we moved 60, right? Is it 60 with the horses?
You are on horses right now with 60. You also see there are 2 of these legion that are coming out around some other buildings trying to see what all the ruckus is. There is one maybe 50 feet away next to some sort of eating hall area. And you see another one coming out of a central area that looks like an old Calavier military barracks, very small, that this place is based on. And it is a larger legion creature than you've seen before, a legion commander.
Perfect.
And let's go with Cole.
All right. Cole on the horse is going to charge straight forward towards the first legion that he sees on the right.
Okay.
And brandishing the friggin' electric spear that Eric has told him to hang on to, I will use it to zap this guy.
A range attack or a melee attack?
Let's melee attack. Since I can charge right into him, let's just stab it right into him and then turn it on.
Okay. Then make a melee attack roll, just like your normal weapon roll.
10. Do you want me to add any proficiencies to it?
Your normal attack roll.
That would be a 17.
17 is a hit. You do 2d8 points of damage plus whatever your normal bonus is for a melee weapon.
Cool. All right. D8's right here. That would be a 7 plus 5. 7 plus 5 with my proficiency. 12 points of damage.
12 points. Lightning and bludgeoning damage sparks and hits this guy, and then the energy lance dissipates the last of its power and is inert.
Oh, bullshit.
Told you this technology sucks.
Vessel, it is your turn.
From where I'm at, he ran off to deal with something, but I don't see the little ones.
You have an idea where
The
they're at
little ones.
to the northwest.
To the northwest?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think?
Save the little ones.
Save the little ones.
Literally condescending.
Cole, do you have these?
Yes. Go.
Then we'll be
Save the little ones. Yes, go.
we'll be racing to where he believes them to be.
Okay, that would be to the northwest, not northeast, and he can go 120 feet.
Full if he sees, I guess, an enemy in that direction, will charge them down with the horse.
All right, you do, but you are at the end of your turn. You are approaching the cornfield to the northeast.
Okay.
Val.
Val will. So there's a commander up to the northeast. Is that
Yes,
correct?
that is correct.
All right. Well, he's going to
Say it.
say what?
Wiggle, waggle, piggle, packle.
No, I can't. Not anymore.
Past life.
Valimir will, however, cast Magic Missile. No need for a verbal component, however. And he will be casting it. You know what?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. He'll be casting it at 3rd level. Actually, 2nd level. Yeah. So he's going to cast it at 2nd level. Magic Missile. Force darts go flying out from his fingers, and he takes 4, 8, 10, 14 points of damage from the Magic Missile.
Nice shot.
Nice.
Valimir will dismount, and because he's not animal handling, it's not his strong suit, and we'll actually kind of get behind this bushy tree here over to the west. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's
all
gonna
right.
remain behind cover.
You do so. As you do so, he fires his energy lance, this commander, at you. You can add 2 to your armor class with this cover.
Okay.
And he is blasting twice at you. Where are we at? There we are. That is an 11 to hit.
Oh, miss.
And a 16 to hit.
Also miss.
Okay. Cutting through branches of the big tree you're behind. He misses. There is another one of these guys, and it is next to Cole, and he swings his energized energy lance at you twice. And that is frickin' you disarm him and swap weapons and give him your unpowered
Here,
energy
take
lance
this.
and take his with his natural 1.
You somehow find your lost battle axe in the...
Don't you dare. We are back to Fiona, just inside the barn.
Fiona's gonna pull a cob of corn out of her pocket.
What,
Not
what,
again. What I
what
thought
does
was
that
gonna
mean
come
in
out
this
of
day and age? I'm not hip to these memes.
Oh, just exactly what I said.
All right.
And catapulted off to the one that's been beating on Aragus.
That is a dex save.
save.
It seems quite nimble.
It also
with-
has a -4
Yep.
to its save.
Oh, because you've not been broken on the concentration. All right. Roll it.
2.
10 total on its dex save.
Oh, that's
That's a
nanny.
fail, apparently.
21 points of bludgeoning
That is a
damage.
sharp
From
bit
the
of corn.
catapult?
48, baby.
Wow.
Corn on the cob, motherfuckers!
Yeah, that's like you're hitting an orifice and then popping the corn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jiffy Bob.
Your creature storms back in and charges at you, Fiona,
Awesome.
and strikes at you with its weapon. Oh, I've lost my stats. There we go. Strikes at you with its weapon twice. That is a 22 to hit,
Mm-hmm.
and then a miss.
Yep.
Sorry, 23 to hit. That is
Yeah.
8 points of lightning damage. Smash. Then it is Aragus's turn, and Aragus, as you're slightly maintaining the concentration, you can still take an action, all that stuff. You can still cast spells, just not another concentration. You see your guy right next to you is turning his attention and agitated, and is going to be charging at Fiona and leaving you on his next turn.
Okay, so my bane is still
On both of those
on
guys.
both of those guys. Okay, great. In that case, I will retain my concentration on it. Gullik, as it turns away, you see Gullik like get up, crawl out of the bones and guts and pus and all that remains, and he stands, and with the unsettling words intact, he will say at 3rd level, "Beauty is skin deep, and you're about as ugly as an ogre." And I'll cast Dissonant Whispers on the creature at 3rd level.
Okay.
That's racist.
What? This is a wisdom save?
Wisdom saving throw.
Good luck. Don't forget to
With a D4.
Don't forget to be grabbing your failed saves on things too for your. Oh, you don't have your loot with you. Never mind.
I don't have the loot.
All right, here it comes. Good luck.
-4.
Woo!
-4 is a total of 1.
Ah.
I rolled a 5.
This is a 3rd level spell, so that is
This is his biggest
5d6.
Ouch.
5,
You threw the middle one.
6, 12, 16, 17 points of psychic damage.
hit. Okay. Creature spins around, pissed off, but it does something else though too, doesn't it? Dissonant Whispers. It's not just a damage spell, right?
Disadvantage.
It has to move as far away as possible,
Oh, that's
Out
as
the door.
physically possible.
There's a door.
It doesn't have disadvantage on its next attack.
takes damage.
3d6 psychic damage, which was 5d6 psychic damage, which was
Must immediately
17.
use its reactions available to move as far as speed allows. Creature doesn't move in dangerous ground.
Fire or
yeah, so then it just tries to get the hell out of there for its reaction. Great.
I was hoping that would kill it.
It is badly injured and
Still gotta
it
run away.
spends its reaction to charge out. However, it is now its turn and it charges right back in at you.
You had an attack of
Aragus.
opportunity if you have anything to attack it with.
Not on force movement.
Not a force movement.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I found that
Force
rule.
is-
It charges right in, and it is going to end you.
Wait,
right.
what did it just do?
Charged
Charge
in?
back in.
It's its turn.
Oh,
a turn.
okay.
It didn't
It
die.
is going to bite you first, and then strike. No, it's going to get bite is what it's going to do.
It can.
Ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
That is an 18 to hit with
Yeah.
a minus D4.
Yeah.
Oh, no, never mind.
What's the D4?
You're the D4. Aragus.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, then he hits you for 12 points of piercing damage.
Yeah. Aragus is down.
Oh.
Oh, shoot.
Then he
Yeah. That's why it doesn't matter.
then he bites you a second time, and you have one failed death saving throw.
Tossing this to you.
You don't need to roll.
Thank you.
It is. Aragus is down. Bum, bum, bum. We have Cole, far to the south of the town, with just traded weapons.
Yeah. Ah! This is how it works. And I'm going to stab him with it. Ooh, maybe. It's a 15.
15 is a hit.
Woo! 2d8, you said?
Yeah, plus your normal damage.
Plus
yes.
my normal damage. That is 14 plus 5 is 19 points of damage.
Big hits. You do get 2 attacks.
I sure do.
And the weapon is de-energized.
Is it still a stabby thing?
It is still a staff,
It's just a stick. Yeah, like just a big stick.
like a wizard staff.
I throw it down, I draw my sword.
Okay. Swing away.
That's how it's supposed to work. That's a 14 to hit.
Is a hit.
Woohoo! Awesome. And that one is this plus 5 to 6 points of slicing damage. Slashing.
6 points. All right. Cole is done.
No!
No?
Gonna do it again.
Oh, action surge.
Action surge.
2 more attacks.
For 14 to hit.
So
That's
sick.
another hit.
There we go. That is 8 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Cutting and cutting and cutting.
Then finally, a whole lot more to hit. 24
Okay.
for math. 8 points of damage.
That's the same thing you said a second ago. How is that harder?
That's his battle cry. Math.
All right. He is injured. He's still in the fight. It is Vessel's turn. You are just outside the corn to the northwest,
Just outside the corn.
and you're
Behind the
hearing
bush.
jiffy pop sounds from inside the barn.
Charging in. It's a barn, right?
Yes.
Horse will fit through the barn.
Yes.
Then Vessel will ride, charging the horse into the barn.
Okay.
You have to go through the broadside of the barn.
All right. You
Is this the
charge.
broad side of the barn? I'm not barn familiar.
You are inside the barn charging with the horse. You still have an action to take.
Fiona is on the broadside of the barn.
You're
Right.
inside the barn.
You're inside.
I'm inside
what are you
the
gonna do with
barn.
your action?
I am using the horse to charge down one of the creatures in here.
All right. Make an animal handling roll, and you need a 12.
Good luck.
Thank
That
you.
goes so well.
13.
13.
Yeah.
Great. You crash into the... Which creature do you want to crash into? The one that's closest to you next to Fiona, or the one that is devouring a dying Gullik?
If I'm seeing a dying Gullik, I will charge that one. That's-
Okay. You charge over it, trampling poor Gullik, but instinctively in his coma, he still fits inside a small space. Moaning and just squirming unconsciously. All right. You hit roll 2d8
I'm
bludgeoning
like
points of
Mary and
damage.
Pippin in the Two Towers.
Looking for
Yep.
finding 2d8. That's 11.
11 points of damage is a big crash. You hit the creature and knock him 5 feet away, and he smacks into the side of the barn and howls at you, makes a little chittering noise at you. Bum, bum, bum. It is Valamir's turn.
Valamir's like, well, this feels like a bit of overkill, but fuck it. And There
Is
is a
battle cry.
ball of fire that forms in his hand, but it's not orange. It's more bluish gray, as it will take a different damage type, but he will have to make a dexterity saving throw as a fireball is cast down, essentially just right on him.
Oh. Well, all right.
Oh, shit. 12, 18, 20,
Dex save.
Oh, I'll ask you later.
30.
22.
So take half of 38 points of damage.
19.
And that's force damage.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the creature. Which creature?
The captain.
Commander.
All right,
Commander.
so yeah, he still passes. All right.
Roll again.
Just not the general.
All right, boom. How much damage?
19 force damage through the fireball.
Oh, because you converted it to force with your ability. Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, what ability is that?
Concussive.
Yeah.
That is the ability of the scholars. I'm able to change the damage type of any spell to any other damage type within my spell book.
Show Fiona how to do that.
I know. I mean,
Become a scholarly
minus
wizard,
spell?
and you can do it. And then I will move.
You want to piss off a couple bugs and have them
feet.
yell at you for a while?
Uh-huh.
Become a board.
I need to move back. Yep, and then I will move forward 30
you can move
feet.
60 feet on horseback if you would like.
Yeah, that sounds even better.
Okay. Valamir's.
Although I'm actually gonna stay within within line of sight of the commander and get behind another tree.
Okay. Cole, your attacker sizzles with electrical energy and has somehow recharged the drained energy lance that you swapped with and swings at you with a 20 to hit
It's a crab that hits.
and then a 25 to hit.
Also hits.
12 points of lightning, 15 points of lightning.
The first one I absorb 11 points of that.
Oh,
so
that's huge.
I only take the one, and then the second one. How many? Hang on a second. I can do this. Yeah, I'll do it again. And then the second one I absorb 7. So only a total of 8 points of damage.
Well, how?
Oh
are
no,
you-
it's a reaction. Never mind. So the second one I take the whole thing.
And how are you doing this to begin with? What's the ability?
That's the stone skin.
But I thought that was once.
It is. So that's why I didn't do it the second time. That was
just
my
once per
mistake.
day or something like that.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
So total of 16 damage.
I disagree.
All right. Oh, I
10
have
damage total. You
I
had
have
temp.
temporary hit points. Look
That's
at that.
right. It's my job. Cleric accountant.
Energy cuts dangerously through trees near Valamir's head with not disadvantage, with +2, with a 24 to hit,
Yeah, that will hit.
and then a total of 20 to hit.
That will actually miss.
Wow.
Because his AC is 19 with his shield, and then add 2 turns that to 21.
All right, great. The tree helped. So the first hit is 15 points of lightning damage to our wizard.
I'm not fond of that.
Okay. That is it for their turn. Yeah, he's just following you in the fading light.
33.
We are back over to Fiona in the barn. Aragus dying.
Got a dude right on her because she's didn't use her shield ability. So she's gonna throw a firebolt at disadvantage.
At whom?
The one
The guy
right
right
in
on
front
her.
of me with
Gotcha.
a natural 1. Someone use a hero point because that's not great.
Yeah, I like that your dice were a natural 20 or a natural 1. That was the polar
An 11. to
11
hit.
is a miss.
Yeah, big
You're
time.
too busy dodging his swinging. Aragus, it is your turn. You're going to make a death saving throw. Oh.
But we have a vessel in the room, which means there's a cannon
Oh.
that is going to shoot at the guy that is right on Fiona. And that will be a natural 1. Yes.
So
2
that
in
was
a row, baby.
that was the shooting at your guy.
Uh-huh.
Okay, then make one more attack roll against yourself.
and
please.
that'll be a 20.
A 13.
That's
which
a
doesn't
miss. Okay. Vessel stops. Looks a little guilty. All right, it is Aragus's turn. Bleeding out. You need to roll a flat 10 or higher.
Natural 1.
No way.
No,
That's
not
bad.
really.
Oh, yeah.
That's
3.
That's 3.
That's 3.
Say goodbye to Aragus.
Holy crap.
You wanted to end your campaign.
Ooh. And Aragus bleeds out.
Really? You're rolling that? Okay. Can't do anything?
Wow.
You used your hero point already.
No hero point.
Jeez.
Yeah, but I didn't use halfling luck, so let's use that.
Oh, fucker!
With another
Oh
natural
my
one.
god!
Oh
no!
my
God, dude.
Oh no!
Oh, he's dead. Oh, he's dead.
Oh no!
Oh, he's dead.
Oh no!
You're halfling luck.
Yep. He
Oh
deserves
my
to die.
god.
He deserves to die.
Oh, that is.
Well,
that
that's gonna
just
make
sucked the air out of the room.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Jesus Christ.
Good night, everyone.
Oh. The fight continues. Holy moly. There's a Legion warrior who was standing over Aragus, was knocked back into the barn by a horse, and charges you, Vessel. He charges in and is striking with his energized lance at you.
Me or the horse?
You.
Right.
14 and 20.
The 14 will miss. The 20 will connect.
All right, 18 points of lightning damage to the
Close
priest.
cigarettes.
There is another one, and that is attacking Fiona. How are you hanging in there, Fiona? Barely?
No, I'm all right.
All right, let's see what happens
No
with
one else
that.
getting hit.
That it. Oh boy.
Oh, that's not a good sound.
Sure isn't.
What we do an additional die?
Yeah, max
That's been the
damage plus
rule.
an additional die.
Okay.
If it's a 20. Is that what happened?
Yes.
So what's the total attack?
I'm. And I rolled. Okay. Give me a second. 4 plus the max 8 on the 8 is 12. Then the 4d8 max of 32 is 46 points of damage to Fiona.
Good God.
She had 23 left.
Okay. So you are just
Put down.
dropped.
Down to 0.
And then he hits you a second time and puts you into a death saving throw with a second attack.
Holy crap.
Cole, it is your turn. Oh dear.
Jesus.
You are far away to the southeast trading blows with this guy.
Oh, I gotta get into my people. Let's kill him. Swing with the sword. For 19.
Is a hit.
For 13 points of damage.
All right, more blood and chitinous armor cut away. He is hurting but still alive.
Let's fix that. That's a 24 to hit. For one less than the last one. That's 12 points of damage. Yes.
Okay, he is badly hurt but still alive.
God.
Vessel. You see there is no motion at all coming from the halfling nearby. You fear the worst. There is a giant legionnaire guy, not a giant, but a big guy, looking at you and just lit you up.
He certainly did.
Things are going to hell in a handbasket.
There's no doubt about that.
Fiona is down in front of you as well.
Yes.
Yeah, he's going to be more concerned about that, for sure.
I think it's got to be the vessel is atop the horse still, but there's still runes that shimmer off of him and flashlight around the barn. I don't know if he'd be able to see that, if Cole would be seeing that. But there's some brilliant light, and then there's a pulse that wakes out, and that is the channel divinity. And I can do up to half your life immediately. I'm noticing that it's not balancing between the two of you, unfortunately. So she consumes the full half, which would be 22 points healed. That'll be Fiona.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
5 times your current cleric level plus whatever you bonus that you have.
Yeah. So could be
Yeah.
30, but
And you immediately recognize that it isn't, as you said, not half of it being absorbed by your halfling, and you come to the realization that Aragus Willoughby is no more. Any movement?
we'll have to dismount as part of my movement.
That's half your move. And if you're done, it is Val the Wizard's turn. You see bright light emanating from within the barn slats.
I think I am also then going to Sanctuary, and that's bonus action. And then I can assume a stance facing off with whatever. might
So
be
the
friendly.
sanctuary is on yourself, so they attack something else. Okay,
Yep.
Val.
Valamir will cast slow upon the commander.
Okay.
And actually, let me see what the range is. Up to 6 creatures of your choice in a 40-foot cube within range. Is the second creature by
There's no one. They're not within 40 feet now.
Okay. Then it will just be slow. He needs to make a... What is it? Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Total of 23.
All right. He is unimpacted by that.
Damn.
The fog cloud is one action. Is that for the spell? Is that considered a spell, or is that considered an action to cast the fog cloud? Since I already cast the spell,
You can cast only.
the fog cloud attached to the ring. The
No,
ring
you can
of
cast
obscure. And then centered upon Val, he will be obscured by a fog cloud as well.
Okay.
How big is the cloud?
The cloud is a 20-foot radius.
Fantastic. It is a badly wounded legion next to Cole is striking twice to drop you.
Don't you do it!
For 29 points of a critical hit.
Good night.
Jesus.
Once again, Cole's stone endurance will absorb.
You can only do that once per day.
No, I can do it 3 times
Oh,
per
you
long
can.
rest.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So I'm going to absorb 9 points of that.
And then he misses with the second one.
So, total of minus 40.
The non-slowed commander is blasting into the fog where he knows this wizard is casting all sorts of craziness. He is blasting. So this is disadvantaged, right? Because you're obscured. That is a miss. And that is a 14. Nope. Miss and a miss. You just see colored fog light up around you, but you are missed. They are, and he is going to move a little bit, and we will
Jeremy,
go
I have you down
to-
30, not 40.
Okay. Oh, right.
He's going to close in a little bit. It is Fiona's turn. So, Fiona, you need to make a death saving
No,
throw.
I got healed.
You got healed?
23.
Oh, you did. You absolutely did.
That
Never
was the
mind.
pulse. It
So
would
I
have
need
healed
to-
him as well, but
I
unfortunately.
need to stand up, and I'm gonna shoot a firebolt right at this guy's
With disadvantage right on top of you.
crotch. For 15 to hit.
It's a hit.
23 points of fire damage.
23 points of fire damage is...
How are your firebolts doing that much damage?
2d10 plus 8 with an extra d8 because I'm special.
Okay. All right.
The wizard feels jealous from afar.
I mean, a little
Well,
bit.
fire
yeah.
damage. though,
Yeah.
Right now. It's not
Regardless, it's I. Can you teach me that trick?
Yeah.
He can build you there.
And then the cannon.
Vessel's cannon
Vessel's cannon is going to shoot at the same guy in front of me.
in front of you, okay?
Oh, my God. With another natural 1.
There's something wrong with this, Fiona.
Make a stack roll against yourself.
A 15 doesn't hit.
Okay.
Wow.
This is
Jeez.
easy, boss.
Hey!
Yeah.
It is their turn. There's a guy attacking you.
Yep.
Not you. I'm sorry. A vessel. What's the sanctuary thing? Give me this. What is it?
14 wisdom to make the attack.
Wisdom. He rolls a 15 and can get the attack. Is it each attack or each round?
For the attack is, and I'll re-verify.
Sanctuary.
First make. So I'm assuming
You ward a creature until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack must make a wisdom saving throw. And if failed, they must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. So it's each one. That's annoying, but that's what'll happen.
all right.
All right. First one is coming at you. I've lost my page. There we go. And there we go. Striking at you with his energy lance is a 15 to hit.
Will not hit.
And then another wisdom saving throw is a miss and must choose a new target, and he will not choose a new target.
Okay.
There is another wounded Legion warrior next to Fiona,
Yeah.
and he will attack you and try to drop you with a 15 to hit
Nope.
and a 12 to hit.
Nope. And he will, my shield will go off and he'll get knocked back 15 feet.
All right, he is knocked back beside his friend, not far from Vessel. Cole, far to the southeast, you can see the commander running around, but you still have a badly wounded guy next to you.
Oh, a commander. All right, I'm going to kill this guy, and I'm going to go kill that guy.
All right, this guy has 17 hit points next to you.
I can fix that. Not with that roll. That's a 10 to hit.
Miss.
Gonna do it again.
Distracted by the commander, you miss.
Stop not dying. There we go. 24.
Is a hit.
4. Yeah, 8 points of damage.
8 points is not enough to finish him. Vessel, you have two guys next to you now.
All right.
I'm going to charge away from him towards the commander.
Okay, he will get a free attack on you. And that attack is a 14 to hit, misses. Vessel.
Vessel casts Spirit Guardians, dropping his warding or his sanctuary, and casts Spirit Guardians.
Sanctuary is not concentration. It's still up.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Yes, it is. Alrighty. That is that. That's the action. And
All right, Spirit Guardians, concentration, 10 minutes. They flit around you. An affected creature is halved when it's within the area of 15 feet. And when it enters the area on this first turn or starts his turn, wisdom saving throw or take radiant damage or half as much.
yes.
Okay.
So and following up, and just looming over them to try and get their attention on this. And that's it.
Val. In the middle of town, hiding behind a tree covered in fog.
Yeah. Val is gonna head just I guess north enough where he can still see the commander and just get out of the fog. And Valimir is just very simply going to cast again at his final second level casting. Will be a magic missile that will be going towards the commander, all 4 darts.
4 darts arc around, missing Cole.
4, 8, 10, 14 points of damage. And then Val will continue as far north as he can.
Okay, you can go 60 feet on
Yeah.
your horseback. Critically wounded Legion warrior is shooting from the south at you, Cole, as you run away. Shooting twice with a miss and a 23.
23 hits.
You are hit in the back for 10 points of lightning damage. Are you down?
No.
Okay.
All right, did Cole look really pretty hurt?
Cole looked like he's got some blood on him.
Okay.
But
I
not-
probably
not-
wouldn't quite leave him then.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We
Yeah.
got it covered up north.
Do you?
No. Maybe.
The commander engages you, Cole, and he steps in and changes the mode on his lance and swings it once with lightning energy, and then swings it a second time with red crackling energy. We will do the white one first. And that is a miss. And the second one.
Real quick.
Yes.
Because he missed, Cole's going to use his reaction to do a riposte. When a creature misses you with a melee action, you can use your reaction to expend the superiority die and make a melee attack on him. You stood right next to me. You did this, buddy. And I'm going to add this die to my damage.
Good luck with your hit.
18
is a hit.
For 21 points of damage.
Wow, that's
Nice.
a great responsive thing. Huge hit.
Max roll on that superiority die. Pow!
There we go. Do I got it? Nope. He has that many hit points remaining. Okay. You said wait, and I had already rolled. I rolled something really interesting. Do you want me to re-roll it or to accept it?
Accept the roll.
Yeah.
Okay. He has critically hit you with the
God
red energy.
dang it!
And he does 16 points of piercing damage. And you feel strange energy crackle through your arms and light up your veins, and you feel pain and must make a Constitution saving throw 14.
Okay. 17.
And you resist a really nasty effect. That is it. We are back to Fiona in the Bloody Barn. No one's in your face this time.
I know. An invisible aura is going to shoot from her cannon, and in a 10-foot radius hit both of these guys. It's going to be the spell Shatter, and they hear a loud, thunderous ringing in their ears, and they both need to make Constitution saving throws.
Constitution saves. 21 and 7.
7 points of damage to the one that rolled a 21.
Okay.
And 15. My math. 15 points of this is thunder damage.
Thunder damage. They
To
are
the other one.
so badly hurt. So
Damn
badly
it.
hurt. Fiona is done. Both of these guys are toe-to-toe with Vessel. They are making wisdom saves to attack you with their weapons.
Well, first, they're making a wisdom saving throw because they're being assaulted by spiritual guardians.
Right, that is true. So one passes, the other fails.
The other... both might actually...
They both
Second
half
to go.
damage. So
Both half damage?
yeah.
All right.
So full roll 3d8, and we'll take full damage for one, half damage for the other.
All right.
Full damage to this one on the left.
15.
Okay, and the one on the right is half damage.
Half damage.
So 7. The one on the right is still alive. The one on the left dies, swarmed by Soline spirits. and
Yeah.
drops.
Finally.
Now he can attack. He must make another wisdom
Jesus,
saving
you have him all gummed up.
You get a mark on your shoulder for that one.
He passes, and his second save, 15 is a pass. He got a 14 on the second one.
Oh,
Is that a pass or not?
14s or passes.
Okay, so he is able to get both attacks in.
Okay.
He swings 23 to hit and
That'll hit.
miss.
And one miss.
13 points of lightning to the priest. The untouchable priest has been hurt.
no!
It is Cole's turn. You are toe-to-toe with this commander.
I'm going to take him out.
How many
Get
hit
him.
points do you have left, Cole?
I've got 8,
Dear Lord.
but I'm going to kill him.
How much damage did I take?
You
You
have
said
a,
15?
you have a
I
healing
said
ability,
13.
right?
13?
Yeah,
I
don't you have a
pass on
healing
my
ability?
I
concentration.
do, yeah. My
Okay,
second
great.
skin. I'll do that in a second.
Which I get advantage on because of my Warcaster.
So my first roll is a natural 1.
Okay.
of my 2 action swings. Can I roll my second action?
You can with disadvantage.
Okay. Making my attack. Yeah, that misses. That's a 6.
Cole panicking in this fight, unable to get hits. Vessel, you are toe-to-toe with one extremely wounded guy
Second
with
wind?
7 hit points
Can
left.
use my second wind to take a
7.
short breath
Get some hit
and
points back.
heal 13 hit points.
Ooh, that's fantastic. Alrighty. Checking the terms of my sanctuary.
There's no penalty for
Okay.
it.
We'll approach. Where is Fiona in relation to me
Right.
presently?
South
10
of you.
feet south of
Yeah.
it.
15 feet southwest.
15 feet south. It'll be a cure level 2 I will cast upon her.
So you're going to walk over there to heal her.
Yeah.
All right. You will be triggering an opportunity attack against
Don't
you.
That'll be a
kill that guy. I'm fine.
there'll be a wisdom attack, wisdom save for him to make the attack.
Okay. He
Yeah.
walks away anyways. He makes a wisdom save to get you and fails.
And that happens. 12 more to Fiona.
Thank you.
What are you at, Fiona?
34 shy of
30,
full.
yeah.
All right. If you're done, Vessel.
I am.
Valamir, still in the middle of the whole town.
Val will.
Cole's looking really bad.
Yeah. There's the guy still to the south of us. That's not the commander.
Correct.
Val will.
He's barely standing.
Yeah, Val will do it as his level best to stop that from happening, and he will pull from the staff of the gray spells and get an extra +1 to his attack roll as he pulls a charge off of this and will attack with a firebolt. But again, the firebolt is not orange or red as a traditional firebolt would be, but it is green.
Green
And
firebolt.
it will be acid damage.
Acid damage.
Acid.
That is going to be a 15 to hit.
Okay, that is a hit.
And it's fucking probably not enough damage. It does 6 points of damage.
He has 3 remaining.
Valamir will also then step back into the obscuring fog.
Okay. Valamir steps back in.
Is that the bush meme?
Yep. Exactly so. And he did take damage. I do have to roll a Constitution saving throw to remain concentration, but I get advantage on it, and I will pass easily.
And for which spell was that?
Fog cloud. It's concentration.
From your item, your magic
yes.
item.
Or is it not concentration?
Not
because it's from the item.
concentration.
Okay,
You're good.
perfect.
So
So disregard.
All right. The guy that you barely left alive is going to take 2 shots. One at Cole from behind and just a wild shot over at the clouded wizard. First one at Cole is 11 to hit.
No.
Which is, I've been rolling so high, I haven't
Yeah,
seen those low numbers in a
that's
long
wild.
time. And then a total miss into the cloud, barely even touches the cloud. It is the commander's turn, however. He is going to repeat the strikes.
Okay.
White energy lightning with an 8 misses.
Come on!
But the red one, double-handed, coming down upon you. 14.
Miss.
Fiona.
Fiona's gonna throw a firebolt at this.
Vessel's literally just staring at you.
This. I love you too.
See you now, buddy.
16 to hit.
That guy 20 feet away, it's a hit.
Yeah. 25 points of fire damage.
You destroy the Legion warrior who has slain your friend.
Vessel, stay with Aragus, and she will bolt out
Yeah.
25
Covered
feet
in viscera.
Right.
to see what her friends are doing. Her other
You
friends.
are into the cornfield, and you can see some strange wizardly
Oh,
fog.
I prick up another ear of corn.
Okay. Cole, with a few hit points left, still toe-to-toe with his commander. Shots are being fired all around you, by the way, from wizard smoke, from behind.
Yeah,
It's freaking Star Wars battle.
because he's supposed to die. Go down.
Except they're hitting.
No. 6 plus 8 is 14.
14? Judges allow that as a hit.
Yes. Max damage of 13 points of damage for that
Ooh,
one.
Okay.
Is that with the discharged stick?
This is with my longsword.
Sword.
Actually, the sword still has charges written on it. With the blindness and the flash that's on it. Is that a bonus action, or what does that take to do that? Because I don't have that written down.
Right.
Or is that a full action?
Right. Good question. That was based off of...
Sword of the Gods.
Yes.
Sort of the
No one wrote it
gods.
down, though.
Kind of wrote it down.
This is important.
You can't
though.
just
It was
you
1,
can't
3,
just
or 5
sort of write
charges,
it down.
but you didn't say if it was an action or not.
No, it came from... It was a mutated other magic item. I can't remember what it was.
Radiant sword.
How do we figure this out? D&D.
Sword of New Gods.
Gem of Brightness.
There we go.
It is a modified Gem of Brightness. That was great to find that. Has X amount of charges. Spend 1 charge to fire a brilliant gem of light at one creature you can see within 60 feet. Needs to make a Constitution 15 save or become blinded for 1 minute. And then it can try and make the save at the end of each turn.
And so is that an action for that?
An action to speak one of the 3 command words.
Okay. So I'm in the middle of my attack action. I just get 2 attacks. So I'm doing that action.
Okay.
But I'll come back on that sword later.
Okay.
Thank you. Sweet again. Commander goes down. Yes. Hit him for 19
Wow.
and 6 points of damage.
19 and 6?
19
to hit.
Hit.
Oh, 19 is a
19
hit.
hit.
Oh,
6 points of damage.
okay.
I wish it was
I
19.
will
I'm
heal
no
back up.
Fiona. Let's calm down.
All right. It is Vessel's turn. You are in the barn all by yourself, dead all around you.
Vessel reaches down and picks up the Bard and starts walking out of the... Actually starts running out of the barn.
Okay, carrying Aragus with
Carrying
you.
Aragus.
Done. Valamir.
You just said, don't leave him.
Right? Yeah.
Fuck. Valamir is going to
Needs that loot.
step forward out of the fog for a moment, and angrily cast a level 1 magic missile.
Okay.
And 1 dart goes what appears to be errantly south, but is going to go after the guy that's barely standing.
Barely standing. He has 3 hit points remaining.
Yep.
Okay.
We're going to gamble. I don't roll a 1. And the other 2 go towards the commander. The
So
white die here is
Well,
my...
let's do them one at let's do so 2
Yeah.
at the commander right now.
Okay. 2 at the commander. That is 5 points of damage.
All right, so
Nice.
some light damage, and then anything but a 1 on a 4-sided die to kill the soldier at the bottom.
Come
Yes,
on.
indeed.
Here
And
we
we're going to
go.
roll right now. And that's a 2 that I rolled.
Okay, he has been dropped.
And that is, jeez, that's only my second first level spell. And then Valamir fades back into the fog.
It fades back into the fog. Cole, meanwhile, has been clobbered with a 21 with a white energy lance for 16 points of lightning.
He will use his last stone's endurance to absorb all but 2 of that. So I stopped 14 points of damage.
Okay. And then he has a second one coming. Sorry, I've lost him. There he is. Second one, well, a red energy switching on his weapon to strike you with a 14 to hit.
Miss.
Misses. Back up to Fiona in the cornfield with corn in hand.
25 feet south. Do I get an eye on that guy? Please tell me yes.
Tim token can't move through a wall.
You gotta go all the way around.
You can if you go to that angle.
Okay, perfect. He needs to make a dex save.
70 feet away.
Iracorn headed towards his butt.
Dex save is 18. 18.
So he will take 10 points of bludgeoning
That's
damage.
Huge.
That's a pretty big hit for making the save.
Yeah. Cole, toe to toe with this. He's the last guy.
All right.
How many hit points do you have, Cole?
I'm looking at 19 hit points on
Okay.
me.
I concur.
Okay, good. But it won't matter because he's about to go down. That's a 2, so miss. I'm going to roll a second attack.
Did you want to try and remember blinded and fail this time as well?
Oh, yeah, the flashy sword. Instead of attacking him. Actually, can I?
Nope.
Yes. Rolling it. 7 plus 8 is 15 to hit.
Is a hit.
He gets 11 points of slashing damage from my stupid sword.
And you may take him down. Describe it, please.
Frickin' finally. There's been so many flashes and just different angles that he keeps turning towards me and keeps getting knocked backwards, and I keep bringing him back towards me, mostly to my disadvantage as he stabs through. The last time he comes through, the sword comes in one shoulder, cuts across, out the other shoulder, and then back in, just pushing through all of his hard armor into the face.
All the enemies lie dead in the field. The town of the Suntown, I can't remember the name of it. Thank you. Sunfield is quiet. Crickets chirping as nightfall finally descends. The group walks over and gathers at the cornfield where the vessel is holding on to Aragus, and you all see that he's holding on to the beaten body and defeated body of your dear bard.
Valamir steps forward and will take Aragus from vessel, and basically just collapse down on the ground, holding his dear friend, crying inconsolably, as he says that this is all his fault, and just repeating that. This is all my fault.
Well, let's stop there for tonight then. That seems like a good spot to stop. Wow. Let's just end it there on that note, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Good night.